BHD Army. What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we are here to do none other but than to tell some story times. Man, I gotta find my other nunchuck. Hold on, man. Oh, we gonna edit that out. Nobody clip that. Yo. Oh, snap. I should actually go and get the links. I should probably put the links in the doobity-doo. What's up, man? What it is, guys? It's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we are here for BHD story time. Yeah, I'm saying, type of one in the chat. Oh my God, that's a double. That's a new loop. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm getting better with the double loop. Yeah, I'm saying, type of one in the chat if you guys can hear your boy. Type of two in the chat if y'all can't hear none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys been having a productive day so far. Been kicking it with your peoples, chilling with your families and your friends, and everybody's at a picnic and eating barbecue and ribs that's covered with sweet baby rays, sauces and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's like the best barbecue sauce. Okay, but today we are here to tell the story of when my ex-girlfriend hired a hitman to freaking murder me. Okay, I would love to say that this really didn't happen, but oh boy, you know what I'm saying? All right, man, so, all right, so peep game. All right, let me read some of you guys' comments first. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Scar? What's up, kid? What's up, Jex? What's up, Isaiah? What's up, baby boy? Yo, what's up, Trey Goo? What's up, Legend 2? What's up, Maddie Ice? What's up, Anaya Salvador? I think I know you in real life. What it is, the kid money? What's up, jump scare junkie? You came to the right place. What it is, 007 EJ? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Quasimodo? I love you in your movies. What it is, Justin the kid? What's up, Goku Black? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Joshua Torres? Yes, my ex-girlfriend hired a hitman to murder me. It's not the first time a woman has tried to take me out the game. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to sit back, relax, and calm down, okay? Because obviously it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, I left the biddy. You know what I'm saying? I left the biddy, you feel me? Like, I got up out of there because she was obviously on fluflametry. You know, she was clearly on foolishness. Okay, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up, Bands? What's up, Rashawn Haynes? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Anaya Salvador? What's up, Alistair Ray? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, y'all? All right, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? We might be, well, no, I'm gonna do it with the nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Get a little bit of cardiovascular off up in these story times. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so peep game. So what had happened was this. You know what I'm saying? So I was dating this girl named Sherah. All right? I'm not gonna tell you her name, but her name was Sherah. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, you know, when I first met Sherah, okay, so look at type of one in the chat if you guys want to know the entire 10-span relationship of me and Sherah. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat if y'all just want to hear about when she hired the hitman to kill me. And then I'll tell you guys the rest. You guys can unlock the rest with super chats. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to hear all of it. Understandable. Understandable. Okay, yeah. All right, so peep game, right? So, what had happened was I first met Sherah at Bellagio around the same time that I went into that room that was slathered in used condominiums and had children all over the drapes and in the carpet. And it turned out to all lead up to a bucket naked white woman laying spread eagle in the bed. I'll tell y'all that story too. Okay, so you know what? I'll tell you guys that story once we reach 50 in super chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, you know, because it would deter from the Sherah story. So once we reach 50 in super chat, I'll tell you guys that story is far juicier than the one that I'm currently telling you. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I first met Sherah at Bellagio. When I was working at Bellagio, I had faked an injury in order to get paid unemployment. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever they were paying. I think that because, you know, the boss up there was really, really mean to me. So what I did was I faked like, I got an injury. I laid on the floor and sprayed a bunch of solution on the ground and rolled around in it, and then went and told my manager at the time that I had hurt my back. And they gave me like 6 months medical leave, free pay, and all this other stuff. And it worked out because I had fallen at the skating rink recently before that happened, before I did that. So I had already hurt my arm and whatnot. So when they took x-rays, I thought they was gonna find out that I was full of crap. But luckily enough for me, they thought I was on the up and up because I had a pre-existing situation. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I freaking, I'm working at Bellagio. They got me on light duty because since I had an injury, I'm doing the fake bunny ears in my brain. You know what I mean? Because I'm doing the injury. Because I, had an injury, they let me not have to do all the hard work. And they gave me a coworker to help me get my rooms done fast so I could get back up to speed and not be fired. So, and my coworker that they put with me was none other than Sherah. Not gonna say her we're not gonna say her name. Well, her last name at least. So, with that being said, I'm working with Sherah. We cracking jokes, and the thing is, since we worked at nighttime, since it was overnight, like the rooms were super duper dark and super scary. If you guys ever want to ever feel like you're in a haunted place, work at a hotel as a GRA at nighttime. They make you clean up like 54 rooms per night, and some of the rooms are really scary. Make sure to stay away from the stairways. Yeah, I'm saying. Now, with that being said, oh snap. All right, so hold on, y'all. Let me go put the links up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that makes sense. Let's see. Hold up, guys. Yeah. Let's see. Yo, W's in the chat to the mod squad. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to the mod squad. How long was I working there? I worked there for like 2 years. You know what I mean? Maybe 3. 2 or 3 years. That's just creepy. Oh, hey, everyone send healing energy to Juan. He says he's tweaking and he needs our help. Community unity. Send healing energy to Juan. He says he's tweaking and needs some help. So yeah. All right, so anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm kicking it with the chick, you know what I'm saying? We're at work, you know what I mean? And we become cool. Now, after we become cool at work, she starts coming over to my crib and like playing video games with me and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, that's the way to BHD's heart, you know what I'm saying? At least for females, dudes here, you're pretty much, super straight. There's nothing for dudes. But, you know what I mean? For females, that's the way to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Video games and cook me food. You know what I'm saying? And like, have a good feminine attitude and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like have good energy. I like females with positive energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them dudes that's going to be with some chick as she's yelling, screaming, and beating on me. You know what I'm saying? While I pay her bills. Oh boy. So anyway, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? She starts coming to my house playing video games. One thing leads to another, and we start, you know what I mean? We start talking, you know what I'm saying? So after about 5 years of us talking, I'll tell you guys all the crazy dramatic stuff that happened in that time period once we reached the first 50 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of the story time, we're gonna fast forward to when she actually hired a hitman to kill my black ass. So, what happened was this. Hold on, guys. I'm about to put the links in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. Jill. Alrighty, man. Let's see. Boom, boom. Alright, y'all. Give me a couple of seconds, boys. We almost got you guys up. Oh, shoot. Alright, so here we go. Gia. Alright, so we got the first links up. You know what I mean? So, yo, while I'm getting the links, where are you guys from? You know what I'm saying? And what time is it where you're at? But more importantly, where are you guys from? I shall be back in a few seconds while you guys tell me where you're from. Indubitably. Boom. Back. It's a good thumbnail. Alright, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bro, this story is gonna flip you guys' socks, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is one of my great escapes. If you know what I mean, if that's what we're calling it. Definitely a great escape. You know what I mean? Bruh. Ooh. I am low-key lucky to have gotten out of this one. High-key lucky. Dun 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 dun. Ah. And we are back. Alright, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happened. So I started back hanging out with so after 5 years of us not really kicking it or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? If we reach the 50th super chat, I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. And it is pretty dramatic, like the first time we broke up. So with that being said, we ended up, oh, so by the way, if you guys do want to super chat your boy, you know what I'm saying, the best way to do so is directly through the link in the pinned link that's up in the comment section. Leads directly to my PayPal. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga. So, I was just given some news that apparently I have to fix the computer more because it blue screened twice today. You know what I'm saying? So apparently I have to fix the computer more, which is more than likely, it sounds like it's about 3 G's more to get it fixed. I thought we fixed the whole thing, but you know, computers are one of those things, you know what I'm saying? You know, once you've put all your money into it, you know, it needs more. I don't know why. Okay, so with that being said, so this chick Sherah, you know what I'm saying, after we had dated, went through some crazy drama, then got back together, you know what I'm saying? We got back together and we start kicking it, you know what I'm saying, super duper regularly. While we're kicking it, you know what I'm saying, I'm at her crib. Now, Sherah lived at this apartment complex, right? The apartment complex wasn't really in the nicest neighborhood, but it was, you know, it was an apartment complex. So I started going over to her apartment once we started connecting again, and I would play video games and hang out with her and eat freaking, you know, freaking eat all of her kids' freaking fruit snacks and all that whatnot. Now, at a certain point in us hanging out, she introduced this one dude, right? Now, I'll tell you guys this crazy tidbit, all right? So, if you guys remember, type of one in the chat, if you guys remember my first Young Child Support album cover, you know what I mean, where I had that kid, like, holding around my neck. I had a kid on my neck, you know what I'm saying? And he was, you know, and he was, like looking down and stuff. He had an afro and whatnot. Type of one in the chat if you guys remember that album picture. If you guys remember that picture. Type of two in the chat if you guys have never seen that picture before. You know what I'm saying? My first album cover. Hey, what's up, Isaiah? What's up, Brian D? What's up, Robin Barron? What's up, Matty Ice? What's up, Andy Peterson? What's up, Mason? What's up, Mac? What's up, Kid Money? What's up, Solomon? Yo, what's good, Big Rock? What's good, Quasimodo? All right, so you guys remember that. So that kid was her kid. You know what I'm saying? That was one of her kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember his name. But that was one of her kids. You know what I'm saying? So that kid looked just like the Hitman. So I think that the hitman was her baby daddy, which I should have put that in the title. You know what I'm saying? What do we call that? Ex-girlfriend hired her baby daddy to freaking murder me. We'll do that next time I tell y'all this story. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Bruh. What's up, Jonathan the Gamer? Five Nights at Freddy's 2 trailer dropped. What? You know what I'm saying? Yo, if we reach, type of 1 in the chat. If we reach, yeah, it might not be enough. Yo, that is, using her baby daddy to murder you is wild. Not as wild as you would think once you guys hear the rest of this story. So peep game. You know what I mean? The dude that looked just like that kid's father, right? And I don't know if it's her father. I don't know if it was his father or whatever. But yeah. I don't know if it's the kid's father, but it really seemed like it was. So a dude that looked just like that kid, but like 30 years older, started coming over to the crib, right? When I was there. He would come over and hang out with his homeboy and all that whatnot, which I thought was weird. Like, why would this chick have this dude coming over to the crib when I'm there? You know what I'm saying? And this dude seemed like he was like trying to become my friend and all of this other bullshit. Like he was trying to, you know what I mean, become cool with me so that he could see where I lived at or become friends, become close with him and all of this shit, you know what I'm saying? More than likely to rob me. But luckily enough for him, I'd already been robbed like 3 times at that point. Well, people had tried to rob me like 3 times at that point, you know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was the dude comes over one day in particular and he shows up with his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And when he showed up with his homeboy, you know, they're both wearing do-rags and wife beaters and freaking pants that don't fit them and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they both show up, you know, they're dapping each other up, telling stories and whatnot. I'm there, I had just got done plugging the chick, you know what I'm saying? And I get dressed and shit, showered, I walk out of the room, and they're in the living room, you know what I mean? They're all in there kicking it. And I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm chilling, you know what I mean? I'm not, a scary type of dude. So I go up in the living room, I'm chilling, I'm sitting there, he starts talking and whatnot. And while he's talking to me, he asks me, he's like, yo, you have a night, I want to drive your car. So, I was like, and I look at him and I told him, I'm like, yo, why would I do that? Because at the time I was driving this Corvette, you know what I'm saying, it was brand new. And, homie asked me to drive it, right? Dang it. That's a phone call I have to make after this. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, the dude asked me if he could drive my car. And to which case I told him no. Now I'll tell you guys a secret about like dudes that are really, really hood like that. You really don't want to get into a situation where you're like letting that person like, you know what I mean? A real gang, you don't want to let a gangbanger drive your car. Never let a gangbanger drive your car. I'll just say that. Politely decline. So with that being said, after he asked me that, you know what I'm saying, he gets up and then he starts talking to his homeboy and then he pulls out his gun and shows his homeboy his gun in front of me, right? Which I'm like, why would you pull out a gun in front of me? You know what I'm saying? That don't even make no sense. You know what I mean? Unless he was pulling it out to try to intimidate us. You know what I'm saying? So homie pulls his gun out, shows his homeboy in front of me, you know what I'm saying? Because I was telling him a story at the time. And then he's like, yeah, man, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? He's like holding it freely, pointing a little bit. He never really pointed at me real bad, but I'm just like, whatever. So then, homeboy, he freaking, then he asked me if he could drive my car again. To which case I let him know, no. Why would I do that? There's no reason for this dude driving my car. It wouldn't serve any of us. It definitely wouldn't serve the BHD Army out this motherfucker. So with that being said, I'm figuring everything's said and done. Guy leaves. I keep kicking it with the chick, right? So at this point, I was going over there about 3 to 5 nights a week. You know what I'm saying? I would go to Sherah's crib, kick it over there. Sometimes I would live stream like in this empty parking lot that was close to her crib. But for the most part, I was going over there eating her kids' fruit snacks and drinking their Capri Suns. You know what I'm saying? One night I'm over there, and of course I'm missing out on some details. You know what I'm saying? 10 in Super Chat, and I will remember some of the many, many, many stories of crazy crap that happened when I was at Sherah's crib. But for now, telling you guys the bare bones, the meat, and the potatoes. Now, that being said, one night in particular, I'm over at Sherah's crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm litty. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating Starburst. You know what I'm saying? I'm eating Jolly Ranchers. I'm drinking all the children's old freshly squoze and OJ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm having a real good time. You feel me? So Sherah gets a call, right? Sherah gets a call on her cell phone while I'm playing, I think it was, dang, what scary game? Damn, The Evil Within. Yeah, I was playing The Evil Within Part 2 at Sherah's crib because she had downloaded it on one of her TVs, so I would have something to do when I was over there eating all of her fruit snacks, you know what I mean, eating all the food in her crib. So, you know what I'm saying? She gets a phone call, and she's on the phone. It's not irregular. I'm like, oh, you know, it's not a big deal. She gets a phone call, and while she's on the phone, you know what I'm saying, she says something. Then she turns to me and says, hey. And then she takes the phone, and then she takes it off, she puts it on speaker, right? She takes the phone, she clicks it, and she turns it on speaker, right? And then when she turns it on speaker, she holds the phone out for me to hear, right? I take the phone, and the dude is the guy. It's the guy over the phone. It's the guy, it's her baby daddy more than likely. Now, like I said, the kid that was on the Young Child Support album, it looked like him, but like 30 years older. Swear to God, this was the dude. Now, a little bit of background on this dude. He was a failed drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Dude, she told me, oh, you know, he used to sell a bunch of drugs and blah, 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 blah. And then he made like 30 grand from selling drugs. And then he freaking, you know, he did some goofy shit. He spent all the money on ATVs and vacations and a bunch of other extracurricular shit. And then when all the money ran out, he did some more goofy shit to get more money, and he had went to jail. Now, she told me that the way he got the money was selling drugs, but he told me the way he got the money was from robbing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So he already told me that he robbed motherfuckers, and on top of that, he told me that, you know, he'd already showed me his gun. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know what I mean? So one night, so mind you, he told me he sold drugs, all this goofy shit. So one night, all of this comes to a head when, like I said, I'm playing The Evil Within. She, like, either he calls her or she calls him. She puts it on speaker and hands me the phone, right? So when I get the phone, this is what the guy says. This is the guy from over the, this is the guy, obviously, from the, you know, gangbanger who had already robbed people and, you know, got money from that, apparently. This is what the guy says to me, and I quote, we're gonna get into character. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, cuz? You know what I'm saying? You've been over there a whole lot, cuz. You know what I'm saying? You need to make an honest woman out of her. You know what I mean? So he says, you've been over there a whole lot, cuz. And I was like, yep, I've been over here. And he's like, oh yeah? Well, you need to make an honest woman out of her, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Now, and me, you know, he had been hanging out with her so much, and she'd been telling me, oh, now this is what she told me about him. She told me that, you know, that he was just her friend, you know, like the Biggie, what's the guy's name? Oh, baby, you got what I need, but you say he just a friend. You say he just a friend. Oh, baby, you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was telling me that he was just her friend, right? So I asked her, oh, well, how did you guys become friends? She tells me, oh, we became friends because he just helps me pay my bills. He just gives me money. Now, here's a secret to life and dating. If a chick is hanging out with a dude a whole lot, there is a very high possibility that they're just friends, okay? It's like 99%, you know, it's 99% chance that they're just friends, right? But, you know, me personally, I'm not going to be hanging out. I'm not going to be taking no chick seriously. If she got dude friends, especially ones that hit me up to try to kill me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dating that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, you know, because all she got to do is, all it takes is one well-placed lie. And for him not to got no butt cheeks that week. And, you know, just murder your boy. You know what I'm saying? Apparently. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, you know what I mean? Now, with that being said, you know, the guy, you know, he comes over. You know, the guy, he's on the phone, you know? And he's like, oh, yeah, well, you know what I mean? You need to make an honest woman out of her, cuz. And I already knew then that this was a robbery. That this was clearly a robbery attempt. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. You know what I mean? Because, like, and I didn't learn that part until later, right? But I'm telling you guys the time when he attempted to, yeah, you know what I mean? But, you know, but yeah. So, he tells me, he's like, I'm like, so I tell him back when he says, oh yeah, well you need to make an honest woman out of her, cuz. You need to marry her, cuz. And I was like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Now, what I said was, but like, why would I do that? She's clearly fucking the both of us. You know what I'm saying? And even if she's not fucking you, like, you're clearly up on the chopping block. Because a whole bunch of times, she would disappear for like a day or two or some shit, and then tell me, oh, you know, I hung out with him, or we were just kicking it and chilling. And I'm not no fool, you know what I'm saying? I'm good, you know what I'm saying? I already know what's good. I already, you know what I mean? Like, if a chick chooses to hang out with another dude over me when we're dating, I'm just gonna assume they're boning, but not say nothing about it. I ain't gonna trip, it's gonna be all good. I ain't gonna ask questions or none of that. I'm just gonna place her in the correct category, which is not to be taken seriously. Oh well, you know what I mean? Look at the bright side. You know what I'm saying? Man. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? The dude, he says through the phone, when I say nah, bro. Well, okay, so look, I didn't tell him that, like, you know, she's clearly fucking the both of us. That's what I thought. That's not what I said. All I said was, verbally out my mouth, I said, what did I say? I said, why would I do that? Why would I do that? The same thing I said when he asked me to drive my car. Why would I do that? What's in it for me? And he couldn't give me an answer because it was all downhill. It was bad. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? This chick clearly was trying to flu flam your boy. You know what I'm saying? Clearly trying to flu flam your boy. You know what I'm saying? Biz Marquee. Gia. Mario and Biz Marquee. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So then the dude was like, yo, you know what, bro? Like, so when I say, why would I do that? And he says, oh yeah? Well, what you gonna do if I come over there then, cuz? And this is what I said to him. I said back, I was like, not be here. And the reason why I said not be here is because I'm not about to die for a chick that's gonna have her side nigga hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And freaking, like, you know what I'm saying? That's some straight up bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So type of 1 in the chat if Joe Rogan got shot. Type of 2 in the chat if this person's a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Or gaslighting. Yo, what's good, chat? So, you know what I'm saying? So, based on what he said to me, well, what you gonna do if I come over there? And I was like, not be here. Not be here? It's like, I'm not about to die for a chick that's got side niggas. That's how Trouble got shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a real good way to get murdered. So, basically, what I ascertained from that small convo was that she had basically told him that, yo, we gonna have to make this nigga marry me at gunpoint. because he's not gonna fall in love with me because she had already done shit with other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Females gotta stop doing that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't let me, yeah, okay, don't let me catch you with another nigga and then expect marriage. It's not gonna happen. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they want that? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? If I'm dating a chick and she shows me she wants other niggas, I'm gonna believe her. Here you go, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, women don't like that. They don't like it when you do that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't like it when you know what I'm saying? When you know what I mean? When you like take their position from them, when you fall out of love with them because they was, you know, trying to make you jealous by talking to another nigga in front of you. I don't like that. So any chick that does that shit to me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't ever come me, bro. I had this one chick, nigga. I had this one chick asked me to marry her after doing that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I started laughing at her, bruh. I started laughing at her, man. I wish I hadn't. You know what I'm saying? I really wish I hadn't laughed at her. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. Mm-hmm. But yeah, not gonna lie. Definitely started to laugh at her. Yeah. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? Freaking, let's see. So I had another story I want to tell you guys. All right, but look, so once we reach 30 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the rest, the secret ending to that story that I just told you guys about her hiring a hitman to murder my black ass because she had her baby daddy try to fucking kill me. Feel free to ask questions about this story, yo. You know what I'm saying? If I miss you, if you guys super chat your questions through, I will see them. If I miss the question, it happens. You know what I'm saying? There's a good amount of y'all. You know what I mean? Yo, appreciate the compliment, yo. Yeah, the chick tried to set me up 1,000,000%. I mean, look, type of 1 in the chat if that chick was trying to set me up. Type of 2 in the chat if no, that wasn't a setup. You're just over-exaggerating her calling her side nigga and then putting him on the phone and him telling you if you don't marry her, then I'm going to come over there, and then him already showing me his gun beforehand, you know? Like, they tried again. They tried again. Like, they literally tried again. All right, once we reach 50 in Super Chat, I'll tell you guys the second time she attempted to have me assassinated. After the second time, that's when I got rid of her. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Yeah. How many females tried to ruin me? I mean, well, technically every female that you leave because they're on goofy shit is going to try. You really think you're gonna escape from a woman clean? Like, who out there expects to get with a woman and her not try to fuck with them once he dumps her for doing stupid shit? Is there any dude out there that expects that? You know what? No, I caught her cheating on me. I caught her being a piece of shit. So I divorced her. You know what I mean? I don't know why she's telling people that I'm a piece of shit. I can't for the life of me figure out. You know, I don't do shitty things to her. I don't know why that. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. No, women never do. No. Nigga. Nah. Nigga. I mean, that's real. That's just real hard style. You know what I mean? 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. Type of 1 in the chat if it's not lagging. Type of 2 in the chat if it is lagging right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For real, for real. So that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't gonna fall for the fluflametry. You know what I'm saying? My bad, you guys. Give me a second. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's see. Live. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so peep game. Okay. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, chicks is always gonna be on crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? But then again, that's why a lot of dudes these days just choose not to date. There's a surprisingly large community of dudes that just gave up on dating and they just stick to video games and the things that treat them nicely. You know what I'm saying? There's a good amount of them. You know what I'm saying? Me, you know what I'm saying? You know, me, I like to, you know, take things slow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to move in fast with no girl and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me see. That chick, I had another chick, like, you know, she called me and threatened to kill me over the phone. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really take that threat too seriously. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she sent anybody. Bruh. So, yo, what's the craziest thing you guys have ever had a female do to you? You know what I'm saying? There's that one guy in real life that had his gooch cut off. That's pretty traumatical. For real, for real. Yo, anime queen wants to date a tree. That sounds like something you already been doing. They won't talk or move. Yeah, I'm not. I know a dude that's left women and started dating goats. You know what I'm saying? That shit's terrifying. I remember one time I went to the bar and this chick, she didn't send her boyfriend up there, but her boyfriend and her boyfriend and his friend tried to jump me. You know what I'm saying? All because I was talking to a girl or whatever. So I go to the bar one day, you know what I'm saying? I'm kicking it with the homies and shit. Now, the thing is, I went up there by myself, right? I went to this bar that is out here. It's in the art district. So I get up there, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, and I'm talking to this old guy that's sitting right next to me, right? So while I'm talking to this guy, you know what I'm saying? Everything's copacetic for about 10, 15 minutes. And then I get this, like, random fine shit, bro. When I tell you that this Caucasian chick was fine shit, bro, she was a 10 out of 10, bro. A full 10 out of 10, bro. Like, I don't know what. Like, I don't know. Good Lord. I'm gonna describe her to y'all, bro. She looked like Carmen Electra in her prime. Carmen Electra in her prime, bro. Like, I want y'all to imagine that. Carmen Electra in her prime. You know what I'm saying? 10 out of 10 titty meat. You know what I'm saying? Stomach was all flat and delicious looking and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl she smelled so good. She walks past me. She walks past the back of my chairs because I'm facing towards the bar. And she like rubs the small of my back while she passes me. Now there's a tip with females. If a woman don't like you, she ain't gonna touch you. You know what I'm saying? If a woman go out of her way to put her hands all over you and shit, she's with it. She's down. She's not complete and agreeable, but she's at least agreeable. You feel me? So with that being said, baby girl walks past me, swipes her hand across the small of my back and shit. I turn around to see who it is in hopes it's not a guy. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I see fine shit. She sits right next to me at the bar. And I look at her and I lock eyes with her and I was like, God damn, she bad. And then turn back to the old guy. You know what I'm saying? Now that wasn't on purpose, but the reason why I did that is because, from my own understanding, Bad bitches, fine shits, they want to be ignored. They want to be treated like shit. They don't want to be treated good. They don't want you to lock in like this. You know what I'm saying? They want you to, you know what I mean, talk to them like this. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need, you know what I mean? It make no sense. I swear to God. Go out and do it in person and see the difference. You know what I'm saying? If you do this to find shit, she will tell you she's got a boyfriend, and then you'll get an allegation. You'll get a trafficking allegation. A human trafficking allegation out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But if you talk to her like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, you're non-threatening because you're not leaning towards her. It makes no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much this grape allegation, this, you know what I mean? She's down to go watch movies with you at your crib. So, with that being said, I'm talking to fine shit. And you know what I mean? Like I said, I turned to the old dude to ignore her because bad bitches hate it when you give them attention, even when you beg them, even when they beg you for it. So I turned to talk to the white guy. The white guy will refuse to talk because fine shit was there. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, oh shit, she's so bad. He felt watched or whatever the hell. So this nigga stops talking, right? He goes weird. So I turn over, I start talking to fine shit. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm talking to Caucasian fine shit, you know what I'm saying? She is as hilarious as she is drop dead gorgeous. Her eyes were hazel. You know what I'm saying? She was a brunette. She had long brunette hair. She was wearing a red dress, a skin-hugging red sundress of some sort. The ones that showed everything on her. And I'm just like, this one qualifies for immediate pregnancy. See, certain females, I mean, like, you got to grade the women, you know, to figure out, like, how fast you want to get them pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Fine shit, she qualified for immediate pregnancy. Now, with that being said, I didn't say condomless snoo-snoo, just immediate pregnancy. There's a difference. But, you know what I'm saying? I was kicking it with this one chick, and she qualified, man. I don't know what I'm thinking. She qualified like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake and didn't hang out with her enough. You know what I'm saying? Makes no damn sense, man. That's the hardest thing about fucking with fine shits is that, like, if you hang out with them too much, they'll treat you like crap. But if you hang out with them not enough, then they'll get mad and they won't come back. And it's like, you gotta, you know what I mean? It can be figured out. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Listen. But yeah, so anyway, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So the chick, she freaking, what did she tell me? She said, so she starts talking to me, right? And like I said, this chick was freaking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Freaking hilarious. The most hilarious thing she said to me was that she was looking for dudes that were really, really, really broke. And that shit made me laugh because it's the most different shit I've ever experienced from any woman. It's the most different shit I've ever heard. I've never heard that repeated by any woman. Especially, I didn't expect to hear it from fine shit. I was like, what the fuck? So I started laughing at her, right? I'm laughing. And because I'm laughing, she's laughing. And because she's laughing, I'm laughing harder. So in my brain, I was like, bro, this is a match made in heaven. This chick is fucking hilarious and drop dead gorgeous. And is shaped like a cheerleader in her prime. Like a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader in her prime out this motherfucker. So I'm talking to her and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit's going the perfect way. Right as we're at the height of the laughter, this two white dudes walk up. You know what I'm saying? They walk up, you know what I mean? And they look at her, you know what I mean? And they're like, yo, Bethany, who the fuck is this? Yo, Bethany, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Now, what was really funny was it was two really small white dudes. And when I say small, I mean horizontally and vertically. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. You know what I'm saying? Horizontally and vertically. They was both, they were, you know what I mean? Like he was like my height, but homie was like compact. He was like 100, maybe 20 pounds or so. Both of them was 120 pounds. And at the time, I was like 240. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Which is probably why I kept laughing, you know what I'm saying, at the girl's joke. So the guy is like, he sees me keep laughing and whatnot. And he's like, yo, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? And, you know, I just keep laughing. Because, you know, fighting this dude would just get me put back in jail. So I keep laughing at homie. You know what I'm saying? And then the girl's like, yo, look, hey. She tells the two white dudes, hey, go sit over there. I'll talk to you guys in a second. I'm going to finish up this conversation. 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm just talking to him. He's just a friend of mine. So they're like, oh, yeah, okay, Bethany. 5 minutes. And then they walk, you know what I mean? And then they go and they sit down. You know what I'm saying? Now, after they go sit down, I keep talking to Caucasian fine shit. You know what I'm saying? We made plans to kick it like the next day and hang out and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And right before I was about to get her number, this nigga walks up again. Yo, you guys been talking long enough, bro. You know what I mean? Get away from her, dude. And I was like, dude, it's not that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. So, you know what I'm saying? So then the chick grabs them and has them go and sit down, like, at their seat, right? So the chick, they sit down at the seat. They sit down at their seat. And the girl, you know what I mean? She keeps on, you know what I'm saying? The girl, you know, she just, like, you know, starts talking to them a little bit. I turn around and keep talking. And, you know what I mean? And then the dude, you know, he keeps talking shit from behind me. You know what I'm saying? He keeps talking that good shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, I ignored the first 3 times he said some goofy shit, right? Because like, you know, I'm not trying to go back to jail, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I really don't know. Hold up, y'all. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? No one's impervious to, you know what I mean, that much shit talking. No one's invincible. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, on the 3rd time he's out there, he's talking that shit, I turn around and I'm like, yo, like, hey, so look, man, you know what I mean? Hold on, give me a second. Let's see. So with that being said, hey, yo, No Couchy, thank you for the 5 in super chat, Brody. Yo, I would have fought the dude already, as long as no one snitches or he pushes me, or he pushes me first. Yo, he's getting knocked off. He's getting knocked the fuck out. Both of them. Hey, look, I don't know where all my restraint came from that night, you know what I'm saying? But No Couchy, I would have had your back. If you'd have popped up, I would have followed up. If you'd have popped off, I'd have followed up. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. W's in the chat for No Couchy, yo. Yo, thank you for the 5 in super chat, Brody. All right, so we're going to do 2 things for this live. For one, for every $1 we receive, I'm going to be doing 5 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? For every $1 that we receive, I'll be doing a push-up. You know what I'm saying? Now, we'll turn this into a workout. You know what I'm saying? I'll do my 500 or as many push-ups as I can eke out, because yesterday I worked out and I'm sore as hell. You know what I'm saying? And for every $5 we receive, I'll do 1 pull-up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go do my 1 pull-up like right now. Yeah, you could have took both of them, No Couchy. Hell yeah, you could have took both of them. You know what I mean? For real. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? The dudes, they keep talking smack to me. They like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you should leave. I don't like you being here. Blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't have been talking to my girl. So I turn around and I say to him, you know what I'm saying? I keep it all the way real on him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I turn around and I tell him, hey, so look, peep game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want your girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want your girl, right? But keep talking that smack, and I'm gonna come over there, and we ain't gonna be peaceful. So, the power is yours on some Captain Planet type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all keep talking shit, and I'm gonna come over there, and I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Both of you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't even want your girl. Keep your girl. Okay? Have a great night. But keep talking shit, and I'm gonna come over there and make you wear that wooden table that you're sitting at. You know what I'm saying? So enjoy your night, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. So when I said that to them, you know what I'm saying? They understood because they shut the hell up. They shut up. They stopped talking. The female, the entire time I'm giving them this motherfucking speech, this Don, you know, freaking, what's that one dude's name? Denzel Washington from Training Day ass fucking speech. Well, I'm giving him this type of fucking equalizer with also Denzel Washington ass speech. She's telling me where she works at and her home address the entire time. I live at 555585 North Kalamazoo 187 Drive-By Avenue. Please come to my job. I work over here. Like, she's trying to give me the address and telling me where she's at and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, nigga. But, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately for me, I didn't get her number. And that's where I messed up at. I should have got her number. You know what I'm saying? I should have got her number right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Or I should have made friends with the dudes and then, you know, probably not. But I should have at least gotten her number. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do that. But the story's not over. You know what I'm saying? I turn around to the bar, right? Ignoring all of them. Because, you know, there's no point, right? God, Jesus, right? She finds shit, but like, you know? So, you know, I turn around, back to the bar, keep drinking drinks, you know what I'm saying? I'm knocking back virgin pineapple juices like they're freaking rum and shit. I'm just knocking these hoes back, you know what I'm saying? And I can't see you guys' chat on my other channel, which is why I'm not responding a whole bunch, which is why I'm walking over to read you guys' messages. W's in the chat to No Couchy, the #1 super chatter of today's stream for both channels is going in the title of the next Try to Get Scared challenge, which might be tonight, but it's definitely going to be soon. You know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate the compliment, Joe Boost. Jill. W's in the chat. W's in the chat to No Couchy. Oh yeah, she was with the two. No Couchy. The chick was with the two. She was with those two dudes. You know what I'm saying? What I think it is that she was dating the main guy who's talking the most shit, and that was just and he had his really good guy friend with him. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'd have put feet on both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did not fight that day, Carissa. I did not fight that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I saw no reason. This ain't my female. You know what I'm saying? She ain't, You know what I'm saying? Like, she seemed complete and agreeable, but we all know a female might switch up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with that being said, I still should have got her number. You know what I'm saying? You could have definitely taken them both, no couchy. 1,000,000%. Yeah, she's definitely doing some weirdo shit. So, peep game. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, once we reach the next Super Chat milestone of 50 in Super Chat, you know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to tell you another crazy story. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to turn this into a workout stream. When we work out. Well, you know, push-ups and such. You know what I mean? Yo. 1s and 2s. I got you guys. Ooh. 1s and 2s. Yeah, she wasn't worth the jail. You know what I'm saying? 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Not worth the jail time. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just went on and, you know, I just stopped talking to her, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So I turned around at the bar, you know what I'm saying, having thoroughly threatened her 2 Caucasian boyfriends or whatever. You know, I turned around at the bar, and while I'm sitting there, yeah, I'm drinking I'm knocking back my next pineapple juice, and a freaking, another chick walks up and sits right next to me. And she sits and then does this. And I'm like, you know, that didn't really weird me out. I was like, okay, there's my second chick. You know what I'm saying? Because the beautiful thing about these type of situations, because most dudes would leave once they got 2 dudes that want to jump them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the beauty about staying in a place where dudes are trying to jump you, don't do it. I just have been jumped so much that I'm impervious to being jumped. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the, I'm sitting, and I already understand that in this situation, chicks are probably about to, a chick, usually one chick, right? Usually just one chick shows up and is like, just initiates conversation, right? So this chick came up, sat next to me, and looked at me. Hi, I'm, what the fuck was her name? I don't remember. Hi, I'm something. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, oh, that's what's up, because she wasn't that cute. She wasn't cute. She wasn't that cute. You know what I'm saying? And then another chick walked up with her baby stroller, and you could tell she wasn't with the first chick. And then she stood next to me and left her baby stroller right there, right? She's rolled up with her baby stroller, left it there, and then just like stood next to my chair. A different chick, right? Yo, W's in the chat to No Couchy. He just super chatted 20 directly through the channel. W's in the chat, Brody. Yeah. All right, Blast, I'm gonna head out for a little. Finna take a nap. If you're still streaming, I'll join back. Keep up the work, Brody. Yo, bro, No Couchy, you have great energy, Brody. You know what I mean? Yo, he's hella locked in. W's in the chat for No Couchy. Yo, just super chatted 20 directly through the channel, homie. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yo, much love and appreciation to No Couchy, Brody. All right, y'all. So once we reach 25 more in super chat, I will be telling a crazy story. You know what I'm saying? And the person who super chats the most towards us reaching the next super chat milestone gets to pick which story we tell. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to hear a story about, have I ever had a woman pull a knife on me? Yes. Yes, I have. Never told y'all that story, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or you guys could hear stories such as that one time when I actually hit a bitch. It's up to you. Type of 1 in the chat if once we reach the super chat milestone, y'all want to hear the story about me just completely just beating on a chick. It was at a Disney World. It was in front of everybody. Great story. Really riveting. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat by accident. No, it wasn't an accident. Yo, W's in the chat to no Couchy. Now I gotta hear this story before I go to sleep. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? The beginning, me telling you about the story, it sounds like I'm the bad guy here. But strangely enough, I wasn't. W's in the chat to no Couchy. He just super chatted 50 directly to the channel. And he's gonna have his name, as long as that's the highest single super chat of the stream, inside the title of the next video. And he will be shouted out at the beginning of the next live stream as sponsored by. This video is sponsored by No Couchy. And no, that is not a dirty position with a woman, but it's definitely, all right, so peep game. Here's the story time. Okay, so No Couchy, how much time you got? Do you want the 10-minute story, the 10-minute version of the story with like half the information in it? But the part of me, bitch, like me doing that, well, did I? You know what I mean? I definitely put my feet on her. You know what I'm saying? Or do you want the 20-minute version that has the beginning, the middle, and the ending in that mug? Type of one in the chat. If you guys want the 10-minute version of the story, which is it's like pretty much the middle and the ending. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want the longer version of the story, which is the beginning, middle, and ending. Like how I met this chick that I had to put my feet on. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear the full story. Deal. No Couchy chooses. He's got home field advantage. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat to No Couchy. Once we reach the next super chat milestone, I'll tell you guys, once we reach the next 50 in super chat, I'll tell you guys the story, after telling you guys this story, of course. The story of the time. Let me see, any other woman I ever... Well, yeah, there was this other woman that I beat on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That one was less understandable, but still well-deserved. You know what I'm saying? She got in between me and my piece. You know? We gonna edit that out. Nobody clip that. So, with that being said, this is the story. This is the first story time. So, who's that? I hear sounds. Fucking Nuke's top 5. Shit. Okay, so with that being said, what had happened was, you know what I'm saying? This chick's name was Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all the full everything. You know what I'm saying? Since No Couchy is a real one. Y'all be good. Y'all be good to No Couchy. He's great peoples. You know what I'm saying? He's a friend of mine. So anyway, with that being said, W's in the chat to No Couchy, by the way. This chick's name was Kimberly. You know what I'm saying? And I met Kimberly the way you meet most females, through her friend. You know what I'm saying? And with that being the case, it was this other girl. It was Sherah's birthday. Y'all remember the girl that called, y'all remember the girl that tried to assassinate me via the title of the video we're watching? Mind you, the best way to super chat your boy is directly through the links that are pinned off up in the comments section down below and or so above. You know what I'm saying? All proceeds go to upgrading our computer furtherer, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just told that I need to put more into it. It's like a fucking vehicle. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Any of you guys out there have a computer that you got to put so much work into that it's like a damn car? You know what I'm saying? Type of one in the chat if you have a computer that probably costs as much as a small car. Type of 2 in the chat if you have a computer that is probably a laptop, so you don't have to spend car money on it. So, with that being said, I met Kimberly at the club. We were celebrating Sherah's birthday at the time. Now, rewind a little bit, about 20, 30 minutes, we're inside of Sherah's house. You know what I'm saying? All of the ladies has showed up. All the ladies were off up in attendance. You know what I'm saying? There was Sherah, this Mexican chick, this black chick, and Kimberly. Now, Kimberly was about 5'3". You know what I'm saying? And she did have passable titty meat. You know what I mean? Really good titty meat. But, you know what I'm saying? What she didn't have was any goddamn act right. Baby girl was one of these modern day feminist barracuda bitches. You know what I'm saying? Always talking shit, never being a man's goddamn piece, or cooking me any fucking tacos and shit. You know, with that being said, Just like all modern day women, she expected the nicest and bestest of men. And I don't know why she thought her shitty attitude would keep his ass. So with that being said, we all decide to go to the club. You know what I'm saying? We draw straws, we eat a birthday cake, we head down to the club. The hoot nanny, the freak back, the huckle down. You know what I'm saying? We get off up into the huckle down. And when we up in there, it's a great situation, you know what I'm saying? Real good environment, you know what I'm saying? Females twerking, throwing ass and shit. DJs playing good music and shit. It's about 400 of us up in this bitch. Club is big. They got them oons lights playing. They got the oons lights happening, except we ain't have to listen to oons music. They was playing Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, you know what I'm saying? Da da da, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even here to play no games, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm playing a good Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. So we up in there, nigga, we getting lit as fuck. It was a great party. It was a great time, nigga. The vibes was aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a girl on me and shit, like Kimberly's dancing on me and shit, and she bootying me down. You know what I'm saying? Remember, she's 5'2" and had passable titty meat. So she bootying, I'm leaning back. It's a secret to women. Whenever you're dancing with her, you want to lean back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you lean forward, she gonna take her butt cheeks away. You know what I'm saying? But if you lean back, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm leaning back and shit, nigga, and she bootying me down and shit. And then when she's bootying me down, she leans back and she grabs my head and pulls me in. So then she whispers oh so softly in my ear, "Oh, you keep dancing with me like this, we're gonna have to go home and do something." So when she say this to me, what do y'all think I said back, chat? Chat, what do you think I said back? W's in the chat to narcissist. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to narcissist. You guys tell them W's in the chat, man. W's for, yo, he just super chatted dollars directly through the channel, man. W's in the chat. Like up is W and chat. And W's in the chat, man. You know what I mean? God. Yo, that's a very interesting cat picture. Whose cat is that narcissist? Whose cat is that narcissist? You know what I'm saying? It's a very interesting cat picture. Cat looks fully surprised. So, with that being said, we're off up in the club. Hey, no couchy. W's in the chat to no couchy. He super chatted 50 directly through to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Yo, narcissist ain't gonna be able to do, you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be able to get anywhere near towards no couchy. No couchy sent 50 in super chat, Brody. W's in the chat to no couchy. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl's bootying me down. She leans back and gives me the invitation to the beat back. And she's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you keep dancing with me like that, you're gonna have to do something with it. So I was like, we can go to the crib right now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna keep it real. That's what I told her. I'd have loved to say I said some smooth shit, but I didn't. I was like, yo, let's, you know what I mean? We could pack this shit up and head back to the crib right now. Like, the fuck? Like, fuck you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, fuck you mean? Shit. So then, baby girl, she says to me over so gently, she replies back and says, for us to have sex, I like the way we have to wait till marriage to do snoo stuff. I'm a good girl. Bitch had 8 kids. She already had 8 kids, nigga. Fuck you, mean now you like to wait, bitch. Really, ladies? 8 kids and you're a virgin again? Huh? You ladies. You ladies and your shit. I love y'all ladies, but y'all be on some shit sometimes. I've already got 8 kids, stretch marks and bullet wounds, but you gotta wait. You gotta treat me. I'm expensive vagina. That's what this goofy bitch said to me, bro. She said, this is expensive pussy. I was like, and in my brain, I thought like, man, I wonder how much the other 8 guys paid to impregnate. I mean, how much did you charge them? Like how much, like if I carried a 4, maybe I can afford it if I lose a child or 3. Like, cause I got 11 of them. Maybe if I lose one of them, I could pay. So I was like, but you know what? I don't want to get with no expensive, heavily already used vagina. Well, I mean, if it's not expensive and heavily used, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing about it. It's fine. But if it's all, you know what I mean? But if I get that, this seems far more expensive than what BHD is willing to pay. And it's not looking like she wants money, all right? It's gonna be something way more expensive than just money. You feel me? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We get back off up into the, yeah, so with that being said, you know what I'm saying? 10 grand a dude, probably. 8 kids, yeah, that's a little too much. Bro, she had 8 kids, nigga. All right, bitch, how you gonna be a born again virgin after number 8, bitch? Really, ladies? Really, ladies? Really? Really, ladies? Is this what we're doing? This is what we're doing. Why is this what we doing? Ladies? Huh? So, you know what I'm saying? I figured that this meant she didn't like me enough. I figured she didn't really like me like that. Guys, if a woman ever tries to put one of these unrealistic, impossible ass expectations on you, this is what I want you to do. Not get with the bitch. Don't just stop love, you know what I mean? Just get with her friend instead. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did. I don't remember. It was so long ago, I don't even remember if this was out of revenge or not. But it was definitely out of something. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, guys. Hell no, Hard to Hunt. I'm not going to spin these chucks. You know what I'm saying? I only stopped spinning them because you're here, Hard to Hunt. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine what you be hunting. You know what I'm saying? What you be getting? Antelope, deer, moose, meeses. You know what I'm saying? What type of game you be hunting? You know what I'm saying? Do you cook any of that up? Laurie seasoning salt on that? You know what I'm saying? That's for real. So I wonder, with deer meat, do you gotta pop the bubble before you flip it like a fried bologna sandwich? Or does it just, or do you oven roast it like a Subway sandwich? I did the toasted ones at least. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, she after she tells me, she's like, yo, you have to wait till we get married for sex or snoo. I was like, ew, bitch, give me my gooch back, bitch. I ain't, hell no. You know what I'm saying? So I took my gooch and then put that shit on her friend instead. And then went home with her friend who was Sherah. And then that's when we started hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Sherah were just cool at that point. We were just all going out together. You know what I'm saying? So then you would think that'd be the end of it. Luckily enough, that's not. No couchy. My bad. I got you. That's not the end of it. You know what I'm saying? We got you with this good. Pick that chick off. So anyways, that's exactly what I did, no couchy. I ended up getting with her friend instead. Because if a chick ever tells you to wait till marriage, that means she don't like you, bruh. Please, men, get that through your minds. Okay? If a woman wants you to wait, go get a different one. No, I'm not saying leave her today. I'm saying plot that shit up like women do. You know what I'm saying? Whenever women leave a man, you think a woman's ever left a dude without 3 dudes on the side to choose from that she was gonna go to? Fuck no, nigga. What you do is you date like the females date. You line your shits up. You know what I'm saying? Before you make your move. You know what I'm saying? Don't make your move and then hit the woman up and expect, to have a chick waiting for you there and a new place, all that. No, you line them shits up. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So me and the chick share, we go kick it. We connect in that way. We start watching Amazon Prime. We start watching Amazon Prime together. You know what I'm saying? Which is like Netflix, except different programming. You know what I mean? So we start watching Amazon Prime together. And it was diabolical, the shit we used to do to Kimberly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I understand completely why she punched me in the mouth at the Magic Mountain. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I completely understand. You know what I'm saying? The reason why she did that was because I started having Sherah call her while we were doing stuff. Like nigga. So one time, okay, technically I didn't have her call her. What I did was, one time Kimberly called while me and Sherah was watching Amazon, and you know what I'm saying? I told Sherah was like, I'm not gonna pick up. We study with, you know, watching movies and stuff. And I was like, no, do pick up. Why? Cause fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch didn't want to sit on me. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch ain't want to sit on me. Hold up. Fuck that bitch. Nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I mean? So, Sherah pick up the phone. She hear the Amazon, and Kimberly hear the Amazon in the background. She stayed on the phone for like 5-10 minutes, poor thing. And then finally got off the phone. It was a prank, guys. It was just a prank. You know what I'm saying? It was clearly a prank. No need to hold me accountable for doing that. It was a prank. So with that being said, feel free to hold me accountable for doing that. But a little bit later on, we, you know, so we all go to Magic Mountain, right? Fast forward about 4 months into the future. We go to Magic Mountain. Kimberly brings her oldest kid, who was like a 5-year-old kid or some shit. I don't remember. So she brings her 5-year-old kid, me, Sherah, we go, 2 other females, and Kimberly and her 5-year-old kid, right? We carpool and everything. We get down there, and nigga, we at Magic Mountain. I'm having a good time. Type of one in the chat. If you can't stand the angry person at Magic Mountain, the person that shows up to try to bring you down, show up to mope. So that you can see how unhappy they is to fuck your day up. Type of 1 in the chat if you can't stand that motherfucker. Type of 2 in the chat if you am that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what's up, No Couchy. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so yo. So once we reach 15, the next 15 in Super Chat, I'm gonna start nunchucking again. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We show up to Magic Mountain, bro, and Magic Mountain's lit. Lit as shit, you know what I'm saying? We up in it, bro. I hadn't been to Magic Mountain in like 10 years at the point. So I get up there, I'm having a great time. I'm happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I'm showing it through my body language and my facial expressions and the stories I'm telling all the people I'm running up to, right? And now, this, for some reason, this chick didn't like that, right? Kimberly didn't like that. Kimberly didn't like me having fun and you know what I mean, in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't she like that? Because I had told the bitch no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't you guys love how much, like, as a woman, it's 1,000,000% your choice. If you don't have sex, men are supposed to shut up about it. If you don't give it up, men are supposed to just shut the fuck up. But as a guy, if you don't give it up when she says yes, even when she later says no, the fact that you're not still begging means you're just enemy number 1. You're the worst person in the world now. You know what I mean? It's almost as if women have the choice of giving it up when they want, but as a man, you have to. I can't tell you how many allegations and situations I've gotten into with women just because I said no. Way more than the ones that I said yes to. Way more. Way more. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff. So with that being said, fast forward, right? We're at Magic Mountain. Fast forward about a couple hours. We're still at Magic Mountain. We're riding rides. I'm having a good time. This bitch Kimberly is still complaining about me being happy. And I can't stand them women, bro. Women that complain that you're happy. I can't stand. And then wonder why you won't date them. Wonder. Can't figure it out. They don't understand. They're just like, what is wrong with him that he won't date me? Is he gay? Like, why doesn't he want me putting him down and telling him the things he loves are wrong and that he's some sort of shitbag and if the things I say piss him off, now he really doesn't deserve any dinner or respect or mouth stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if the messed up stuff I say to him doesn't piss him off, then that proves he's a strong man. you know, and then I'll care about them, but I'm gonna try again next week. Like, nigga. And then people wonder why. Well, BHD, I still don't know why you ain't married. I just don't know why you don't want one of them of your own to give you that. What you've been missing in life. Someone to yell at you. Bro. Oh my God, bro. For real. Yo. Bro. Yeah, I mean, that should be real. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Me and, you know what I mean? So, fast forward, man, we was in the line at a ride, you know what I'm saying? And Kimberly, she keeps complaining and talking shit to me. Look at him. He act like a fucking child. Look at him smiling like a fucking child. Not a real man. Real men don't smile. Real men aren't happy. This is the real shit she said to me, nigga. Nigga. She said this shit to me. We walking and we in line. This bitch is complaining for like, yo, I was able to put up with her for an hour and a half, bro. Hour and a half. This bitch just kept, look at him being happy. Fucking child, not a real man. Look at that fucking childish. Look at him smile, look fucking, like, nigga. Type of one in the chat if anyone wants that. Type of one in the chat if you would date that. Type of two in the chat if you tell this bitch to kick rocks then. If my happiness makes you unhappy, bitch, then step. Ta-da! You know what I mean? And this would be the door. I'll be pointing at the door. Ta-da! Get the fuck out, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like those type of females, you know what I'm saying? So peep game, right? You know what I mean? Baby girl, she keeps talking shit, so I pull her aside, right? I pull her aside, bro. After an hour and a half, I pull her aside to let her know to shut the fuck up, right? I wait until everyone else is gone. I pull her aside, and I tell her this. Hey, yo, look, for real, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm saying, I'm gonna need you to leave me alone, talking to me, talking about me, talking around me, any of that. I'm gonna need you to cut it all off. Also, fun tip. You mad you can't find a good man? This is why. This is why. None of us are gonna deal with this. There's too many other bitches that like us. We're not gonna deal with this. We're not gonna deal with any of that. So act better and you'll get better. All right now. Shut the fuck up. Huh? Like, I literally did that to her. I was walking away to her. Don't forget to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So then, now the rest of my party, the rest of my friends, they're all inside the line. They're waiting in the line at the Superman ride. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, now Couchy, where you at, Brody? Yeah, I don't marry till I know it's the right person. Otherwise, that's hella money just wasted on bullshit. Yeah, I like to wait at least 5 years before I get married to a chick. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that our energies really match. You know what I'm saying? So, after I tell baby girl this, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, guys. Hey, yo, W's in the chat, the narcissist, yo. W's in the chat, the narcissist, man. You have great energy, Brody. For real. If nobody has told you this, you are an awesome person. For real. Yo, hope you guys all had a productive day. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys all had a good day at work and or school and or inside of, we're not going to say inside of your wife's because that's not, you know, that's impersonal. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So all of this comes to a head when we all get to the Superman ride, right? We get to the Superman ride, and when we get in there, we're waiting in line, and yo, I would have told her to kick rocks. Like, shit, just ruins the vibe. For real. She got pissed, I'm guessing. Yes, she got very pissed, no couchie. Very pissed. So, I'm waiting in line. There's about 150 white people in this line, right? The Superman ride. For the Superman ride, right? We're waiting in line. We're kicking it. We're chilling. I'm cracking jokes. No, Kimberly is nowhere to be found, right? We're all in there, and mind you, we're in this big-ass blue fluorescent-ass fucking cave, right? That's where the line for the Superman ride is. I guess they were smart enough to build this huge cave, you know what I mean, so that people didn't have to wait in the sun. So we're in the line, man. We're like person number like 50 or something out of 150 white people and whatnot. And I say white people not because, you know, to segregate them out, but because they were all white. You know what I'm saying? So, but because they were all white people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting in this line with over 150 white people. You know what I'm saying? And Kimberly finally shows up. She's all the way at the other end of the tunnel. And, you know, we do this to let her know, yo, come cut the line. We're going to let you in with us. Come cut the line. Get in with us, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, you know, oh, that's awesome. She took what I said as constructive criticism and learned from her foolishness, and now is going to be a better person. This is what I thought was going to happen, right? I figured since she's here, she obviously figured out that she's being a fucking moron, and that's why I don't want shit to do with her, is because she's a fucking moron, and not because, you know, I think there's something wrong with her. You told me you wanted to wait till marriage, you goofy. She told me she wanted to wait till marriage before we ever did anything. And she already got 8 kids. That's like what, 2, 3, based on my standards, that's 5 years of me taking care of her and her kids before I can hit? Who says yes to this? That's what I'm thinking. Why would she think? And then, okay, so I did leave a part out. No Couchie, this is for you. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to No Couchie. No Couchie, this is for you. Now, what had happened was, this is why she, you know, started being foolish and whatnot. Tell me why she goes to, like 6 months before this, right? She had invited all of us over to her house. You know, this is after me and Sherah were already watching Amazon a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was living at Sherah's crib pretty much. She moved me in. We were watching Amazon a lot. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, Kimberly invites both me and Sherah over to her house. We go over to Kimberly's house. Kimberly, when we go to the door, you know, we walk in, she's wearing regular clothes. Regular people clothing, you feel me? And halfway through her wearing regular people clothing, she goes into the back room, right? Now, she's flirting with me when she's wearing the regular people clothing, but I'm not picking up on it because I'm already with Sherah. And I know a lot of ladies out there think that, oh, but if I tell him I want to wait till marriage, that'll make him take me seriously, and he'll think I'm a high-value woman since he'll think that no one's getting the pussy. That shit only works on certain types of dudes. I'm not gonna be one of them, ladies. It's just not gonna be me. The minute a woman tells me anything, like, you know what I mean? I understand a woman gotta get comfortable and all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, I mean, it was, you know, 10 hours or whatever. But after that, if she tells me no, then that just means she don't like me. And to which case, I just, you know, like Jay-Z say in the song, on to the next one. You just got to go and look for women that like you more. You know what I'm saying? If a woman tell you no, that's just that hoe. Like, go look for more. You know what I'm saying? Because the woman that really, 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 really love you, she out there. You just got to get around the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And hope you guys got the same interest. I suggest you pick up a hobby, a social hobby that's in your own field of hobby. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a gamer. You know what I'm saying? So I need to do shit like, which I don't go do shit like this, but I guess I need to start going to the arcades more, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's this bar arcade out here called Player One. You know what I'm saying? All the bad bitches be up there. Met some OnlyFans models up there. That's actually a story time. Yeah. We reached the next 50 in Super Chat. I'll tell you guys that story. The time me and the homie met these fine shit-ass OnlyFans models up at the damn bar. And he fucked it up for the both of us. I can call him right now, actually. I'll call him. I'll call him and let him tell you the story. Because nigga, god damn. Selfish bastard. You know what I mean? Because he was trying to keep the women away from me, they stopped coming around because I wasn't there. And this guy, in his mind, he's like, but this is how I keep the bitches for me. I'm gonna keep the hoes for myself. If you stingy with hoes, they gonna leave, bro. At some point, bro. You can't be stingy with hoes, bro. So, what ended up happening, I got you, no couchy. So, anyway, what happened was, so, the girl goes in the back room. She's wearing, regular clothes. Kimberly goes in the back room, and when Kimberly comes back, she's dressed like a scripper, like exotic dancer nasty. Like she is dressed, everything skin hugging. She wearing a shirt this damn low, that's skin tight with no bra on. So like I'm seeing all of this, and I'm not gonna lie, like a piece of me was like, if only she wasn't waiting till marriage, man, I'd have really hung out with her. But she was so, and she always talked about the Lord and how churchly she was. And she went to church 9 times a week, 8 days, at least 8 days a week. And she's the most holiest of thou of bitches. And it's so holy, and it's all holy. She's got 8 baby daddies with 8 different dudes, but she is devout now. She's Mia Khalifa level religious. She was who's that one chick that married Kevin Gates? You know what I'm saying? No, not Renee Zellweger. You know what I'm saying? You know the woman I'm talking about. But yes, she is a whore, but she's in church a lot, which rinses off most of it, so, and which honestly, if I should have totally fell for it. I should have totally dated her, because even though she was trying to make me wait while having 8 baby daddies, which 4 of them she probably still boning, I should have realized that she goes to church a lot, and that makes it different. And that's why I should have treated her like a main girl. Brittany Renner, that's the right one. Yes, I should have treated her. Type of one in the chat if I should treated her like my #1 girl. And yes, she's got 8 baby daddies by 8 different men, but she goes to church today. So type of one in the chat if I should treated her like made her my wife, married her. Type of 2 in the chat if I picked the right one and found the one that ran that shit like in a day and a half. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, hey, look, ladies. Look how many dudes still fall for the okie doke, guys. Huh? Ladies, aren't you? Ladies, I know you guys are probably mad at me because I'm up here preaching like I'm not, falling for the bullshit. But look at that, ladies. This proves, now, statistics show that 85% of dudes is going to fall for the goofy shit, ladies. So don't get mad at anything I'm saying, because these niggas are still going for it. You know what I mean? Brennan's going for it. Dark Lord VX is going for it. They're all going for it still. You know what I'm saying? Joseph Joplin ain't going for it. The Mayor Vegito and Robin and Narcissist ain't going for it. Dante Johnson ain't going for it. What's that say to us, people? Ladies, if you're looking for a real come up or someone who's really going to fall for your bullshit, find a gamer. You know what I'm saying? Most of us gamers ain't used to ladies. So, you know what I'm saying? On my reaction channel, they hardly ain't no gamers, I guess, on there. So dudes is like, man, I ain't falling for this shit, bitch. But the gamer dudes is like, look, anything that says yes and gives me positive eye contact, I'm not mad at it. Huh? Bring in the shitty ladies. Woo! Like, you know what I'm saying? Gamer dudes is like, nigga, they with that shit. Disrespect me tonight. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Where I grew up at, I grew up in the hood, man. We do our best not to get flu-flammed. And we know that's one of them. So, with that being said, You know what I'm saying? Baby girl comes out in booty shorts that say juicy on the back of them, no panties on, and with a bra, with a shirt, with a wife beater on, a hip hugging wife beater with no shirt on. And baby girl's like, she comes out, she jumps on my back, starts rubbing her titties on my back and stuff, which felt nice. I'm a kid, it felt great, Kimberly, if you're out there. It was great, great titty meat. But she already said no. Like, waiting for marriage is a long time. I would have let her put her breast on me if she wouldn't have told me I had to wait till marriage. So I'm helping her out. She don't want to be with a guy like me. I'm not waiting anywhere near till marriage. It is. I understand it's not going to be immediate. You know what I'm saying? I understand to let a girl get comfortable around you, boy. Take her to a bunch of different places. You know what I'm saying? Don't just pull your balls out on her. You know, take her to a bunch of places and then don't say nothing sexual about anything sexual. And then, you know, you use all the lack of talking about sex to get her to agree to come back to your crib where y'all are only going to watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? You put on the movie and then you say you're cold. And because you're cold, y'all got to cuddle up under the covers. And then at that point, you're on your own. Anything else is going to cost money. You know what I'm saying? Me blueprinting anything else like that is going to have to be a super chat of at least 30. You know what I'm saying? At least a single super chat of 30 because, you know, I don't want to tell a bunch of people dirty stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what, oh, and you also, in order to get her back to your crib, you have to tell her that she can come back to your crib, but y'all not going to do nothing because you have work in the morning. Very important. Say that exact sound bit. You're welcome. If you say anything other than that, if you say to her, hey, let's go back to my house and watch a movie, she will not go, even if she wants to. I know, right? Even if she already fucking likes you, she's not going to go. Because a woman resists anything that makes her feel like a slut. Anything. Telling her, oh, let's go to my house and watch a movie without saying we're not going to do anything because I got work in the morning, it makes her feel like a slut. So she won't go. Have a nice weekend. You guys get out there and you have yourselves a fun weekend. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another tip. If you guys want one night stands, you have to tell a woman that you're a tourist. Oh, I fly out 12 o'clock in the morning. If you tell her you live there, she won't have a one night stand because she'll think everyone will find out that someone had sex with her. It will not happen. You have to tell a woman that you fly out in the morning. You know what I mean? If you meet her at the club, oh yeah, I'm actually only here for one night. I fly out tomorrow morning at 1. I fly out at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. You know what I mean? It makes you safe. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you a far lower possibility that you're going to whoop her ass, which is weird. It's, you know, dudes who are tourists are safe because they don't plan on staying. What's really funny is a lot of females, the biggest issue women have in dating is getting a nigga to leave after she smashes him. Like, type of one in the chat, ladies. If your biggest issue in dating, the hardest part about dating for women is when you finally do pick a dude, that dude becoming booty whipped and, you know, clingy and not wanting to leave. Type of 2 in the chat, if your biggest issue in dating is thirsty dudes in general. I don't know. Nigga. Yeah, that's how a lot of chicks end up getting murked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that actually just happened. So what happened was a girl gave some cheeks up to a dude, or I think they got, matter of fact, I don't even think they smashed. They might have, but I'm pretty sure they probably didn't. They might have actually. So a girl met a dude at the club. They went home and they went to his house, kicked it in his crib. In the morning, he locked her onto her balcony. He locked her onto the balcony. And in order to get away from him, she jumped. Yeah. Needless to say, it didn't go good. But yeah, what I personally think happened was he was able to qualify. He was able to get himself all the way back to the crib with her, but he didn't know how to bring it home. He didn't know how to get past, the gates that a female is gonna put in front of you before she releases her cheeks to a dude. You know what I'm saying? Which it's a thing, man. Which unless you're taught, no dude will ever figured it out. Because women will always say it's the opposite. Women will always say the opposite thing works when you're dating him. So no, I want a nice guy. I want a guy that eats my feet and drinks my bath water and calls himself a punk ass bitch. Like, that's the guy I like. I like a dude that makes no money and is a lame and lewd. Like, they'll say that shit. I like a guy with dad bod that's fat and out of shape and doesn't shave. I like that guy. I don't like a guy that works out and then 6 months in, that's who she's boning. And then the first guy's like, bitch, you said you like dad bod. Who the fuck is this Fabio built motherfucker? Like, nigga, who the fuck is this professional wrestler built nigga? What the fuck is you? Nigga. Oh man, I'm just talking funny shit now, man. That's just funny. But yo, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Okay, get to the part where I'm hitting this chick. My bad, No Couchy. I love telling stories. Sir, W's in the chat to No Couchy. He's super chatted 50 directly through the channel. So with that being said, make sure to also like this mug up. You know what I'm saying? Sir. Yeah, chicks be tripping sometimes. For real. Hey, look, No Couchy knows. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We're in the line at the Superman ride. You know what I'm saying? There's like 150 white people deep in this line, right? We see Kimberly. We usher her over. Oh, so we were inside. When we were inside the house, she came out of her room in the booty shorts and with the titties out. She jumps on my back. She starts wrestling with me. Jumps on my back, starts rubbing her titties all over my back. Starts grabbing for my balls and my gooch and shit. All in front of Sherah, right? Now, my thing is this, Kimberly. Why would I drop a chick that says yes for a chick that says no? Does that make a sense for anybody out there? Type of 1 in the chat if you would drop a chick that says yes for a chick that says no. Type of 2 in the chat if you would never drop a chick that says yes for a girl that says no. Because Newton's first law of inertia says that a thing in motion is going to continue in motion. The bitch is already saying no. It's not good, man. Eject. Like, nigga, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get out of that. Females that say no, nigga, drop them hoes, man. She said no, nigga. Like, I'm helping her out. She said no, so I'm just doing what she said. You know what I mean? But women always get mad at you for doing what you tell them to do. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Baby girl, hold up. General Show says he doesn't understand men that don't eject and just stay. I 1,000,000% understand men that don't eject and just stay. For this, we would have to refer to the statistics. I mean, oh, and the next 20 in Super Chat we reach, I will switch to my Russian accent, Sergey. You know, you guys know Sergey explains differently, much different Russian, Mother Russia. But with that being said, you know, the reason why most men don't eject is because 90% of dudes, I think it's 95% of dudes smash between 4 to 6 women their entire life. So if it's 15 years in between every woman that a man gets, and we're talking just smashing, right? And mind you, a man usually have to go out with over 100 women, has to go on 100 dates with women just to get this 4 to 6. You know what I'm saying? Every date is like $100. You know what I'm saying? Every different woman is like $700 to smash, pretty much, right? 700 times 100, that's 700,000, usually. With that being said, the average man spends $700,000 on dating and still only, like, think of it as fishing. You spend $700,000 on your entire lifetime of fishing, and you only caught 4 to 6 fish. When you catch one, you might be willing to die about the motherfucker. Yeah, nigga. I'm just saying. I understand. I understand, guys. I do. I understand, okay? I've been through a shit ton of dating as well. We've all went fishing. You know what I'm saying? I understand completely. You know what I'm saying? So men out there, if you're not getting a lot of ladies, don't feel bad. It is very, very, very normal. Why? Because women make it fucking difficult on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they only want the dudes that don't fucking want them. I don't. Nigga. Nothing for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? None of my female friends have all these rules, but my male friends have met some odd characters. You must got some good female friends, you know what I'm saying? Look. First thing first, everybody that's off up in this chat, man, y'all are immune to the jokes that I'm telling y'all. And by that, no one gets bothered or butthurt. I like that nobody gets bothered or butthurt by my stories that I be telling about women. I'm just talking about what I know. I ain't got no, I have very few stories about dating dudes. You know what I'm saying? Very, very few. I have been on, this is going to be embarrassing. Don't clip this. I have been on dates with dudes, but I just didn't know that shit was a date until like later on after the shit was over. You know what I'm saying? Because dudes, I don't know, I guess they do this shit to dudes and women where they'll trick a motherfucker and they'll say, oh, we're just hanging out as friends. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, we're just cool, man. We're just homies, man. We're going to go get some barbecue. Yeah, man. And to him, this nigga done set him up a date. To me, I'm thinking I'm kicking it with the homie. Motherfuckers. God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, women will never just get to the point. I've never been with the dude. Don't swing that way. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with either which way anyone swings. You know what I'm saying? You know, potato, tomato. You know what I mean? Different strokes for different folks. Literally. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Now, when baby girl's on my back, she's got her titties all over me and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I throw her off of me because I'm not about to sit here and flirt with this bitch. Because if I'm got this female with her titties and nakedness all over me in front of the girl that is actually telling me yes, her yes could turn into a no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna risk a yes for a fucking no. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna risk a freak for a goddamn saint. I don't want no fucking saints, ladies. I don't want that shit. Look, this is a trick, lady. This is how it works, ladies. Tell me you're a saint and then do non-saintly things with me. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? Just lie. Just lie. You know what I mean? I know you're used to it. Just lie. Oh yeah, baby. I'm a homebody. I don't travel. I like video games. You know, I like, you know. I mean, I love scary games. Just tell me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I throw the chick off me because I'm not going to risk a yes for a no. And Kimberly, giving that she's the no, she gets mad. Starts yelling and screaming about how horrible people we are. So we just go ahead and fucking leave, right? So, fast forward when we're inside 6 months later, when we're inside the Superman ride line, 150 white people deep, we're waiting in line. We usher her to come and join us and cut the line, you know what I'm saying? She walks up, I shit you not. She walks up like this, real smiling, real hard. And it's like, bah! Uppercuts the shit out of me. In front of everybody, uppercuts the, bah! Like, just uppercuts the, she put everything into this uppercut. How do I know she put everything into this uppercut? Because I nearly went to sleep from it. She hit me so hard, I saw the fucking... Hello? You may enter. Hello. Fellow black people.
Hello.
Please, enter my domain. I welcome us to you. What's up, bro? Nigga. So, yo, I'm telling them the story about my first time beating a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Understandable. Understandable. No, that's not actually what happened. What happened was...
PR purposes, he doesn't beat.
I'm not... Yo, look. What's really funny is... Remember that story where I was kicking it with that one chick, and then you heard some loud ass noises, and then later on, being a good friend, you were like, "Hey man, like if there's, like, so what's going on?" He thought for a second. He was like, "Bro, did he hit her?" Like, because we had an argument. You know what I'm saying? Well, she had an argument with herself, because I ain't yell back. Y'all would have heard me if I was yelling, but I ain't yelling back. I ain't yell back. You know what I'm saying? And then baby girl, she decided to skydive off the bed. Literally.
I remember that day too.
Threw herself off the bed.
Hey,
Kill us both.
what is going on?
Huh? Yo.
I know they ain't getting it in like that now.
Nigga breaking shit. You know what I'm saying? Holes in the walls like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. W's in the chat to Jay Harris. He just super chatted 5 directly through the super chat.
5.
W's in the chat to Jay Harris. Yo, appreciate you, Brody. Yeah, I got his name wrong.
What's the song you play when they super chat?
That's a good point. So whenever somebody super chats, we play a song. Swear to God, it's not Cocaine Cowboy this time.
Pool party.
Wow.
Ish.
All right, so let's
Y'all
see.
see it, right? Y'all see it?
We gonna play.
Hold on. Let me tighten up real quick, because y'all don't see it like that.
Oh, there it is.
Y'all ain't seeing it like that. Like,
Understandable. All right, so let's see. I heard this new song by Ugly Guy, bro. That shit is so good. In the kitchen.
Hold on.
This song is so good.
Hold on.
I don't know. Is this too slow? I'll play it fast.
Hey, super chat.
Another super chat?
No, I don't know. I'm just saying this is a super chat song.
Understandable.
I don't know. How do you know if a super chat came in or not? I don't know.
Oh, it's
What's up, dog?
Yeah. All right, this song is a lot faster.
Dang, yeah. Rest in power, Hulk Hogan, man. You heard about that?
Huh?
You heard about Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan just died?
Yeah.
How did he die?
He had a heart attack.
Word?
I think it was the Ozzy Osbourne thing, bro.
That's wild. That's messed up. Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I think it was his wife.
Hey, yo.
His ex-wife, nigga.
What was going on with his ex-wife?
His ex-wife, like, she accused him of horrible, terrible, awful stuff. But, it's like, this is normal. You know what I mean? She didn't get away, so she accused him of a bunch of horrible shit. And then when that didn't work, he divorced her. And then she accused him of way worse shit than that. You know what I'm saying? Because she wasn't giving up the vagina panties. And, she just figured, I feel like that's what it was, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't running that shit, and she was trying to be like, oh, you still gotta be with me, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know Hulk Hogan passed. Shit. Damn, I was just watching that nigga's freaking documentary. Damn.
Man, I was hurt to see it. I was like, dang, bro, Hulk Hogan gone.
How old was he? He's like
know.
95?
I don't know how old he was.
Was he like
71.
95?
He was 71.
71?
He was 71. Dang.
I mean,
he lived a full life, but still.
He lived a very full life.
A heart attack, you know what I'm saying, is just, I do think it was like, man, I don't know.
Man.
That's like 3 in a row. That's 3 days in a row.
Oh, word?
About somebody else.
It was Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan.
And Malcolm Jamal Warner, remember?
Well, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was doing extracurricularness. He was in a large body of water and thought it would go good. Why y'all think I don't do any real underwater videos, Nico? Huh? I don't trust it. I know what lies beneath.
To hear that the tide pulled him in or something, that just sounds crazy.
I'm not gonna make that joke. Not gonna make that joke. It wasn't gonna be appropriate. I'm not gonna make the joke.
No jokes. Don't make no jokes.
Wasn't gonna make no jokes.
Don't make no jokes.
For 20 in super chat, I'll make the joke.
Do not.
But you don't think so?
Do not.
I mean, you probably right. Type of 1 in the chat if I should make the joke. Type a 2 in the chat if I shouldn't make the joke when we reach 20 in super chat for the next 20 in super chat.
Don't make the joke.
I thought it was funny. In my brain laughed. You know what I'm saying?
Don't make the joke.
You're right. You're probably right.
It's too soon.
You're right. It's too soon.
Way too soon.
Way too soon. They're gonna get me.
Yeah,
they're gonna get me to make the joke, and then
got.
when I'm gonna they
Clip.
they'll clip
Boom.
me.
Clip.
Shit, they got me. Be a guideline strike and
I've been
everything.
clipped now. I've been clipped twice, and I didn't want to get clipped, and I was blown. And
I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, they can clip all of this. I don't.
No, I mean, I got clipped. I
Put
was
all
like,
this
dang,
out.
I didn't want to get clipped for that.
The worst part is when you get clipped talking about a girl you're currently dating. You get off stream and she said, "I watch your stream, right?"
Hey, yo.
I had that happen like 5 times. I saw that. Bro, I was in stream the other day, and I'm not gonna mention that on stream now that I thought about it.
Hey, yo.
You ever been getting ready to tell a story and then realize that you're not gonna tell that you shouldn't tell the story?
It's definitely, yeah. No, don't make the joke.
Definitely not gonna make the joke unless we reach. You know what? Once we reach the next 50 in super chat, I'll make the joke. Huh? Let's. That way, if I go down for this, yo, who still remembers the old merch Blast used to make? Yo, that bitch said, "Pussy, the most expensive meal you'll ever eat." Yo, Jay Harris. Shit. Yo, Jay Harris. Yo, Jay Harris is diabolical for that one. Homie said, do you remember the BHD merch? Yeah. Do you remember the BHD merch? That shit said, fucking pussy, the most expensive meal you'll ever eat. That's real.
Hey.
I had this one chick try to charge me $2,000 after the first time. Afterwards, we kicked it. We did what we was going to do. And then she was like, yo, so by the way, I have $2,000 worth of bills. I'm going to need that from you. So if Cash App or PayPal. I'm like, nigga. Understandable. You want to use my phone to call it?
I have my other phone.
You got like 2-3 phones like me.
Yeah, right.
It be like that.
You gotta move, man.
I got 2 phones. Nigga. Shit. With that being said, W's in the chat to Jay Harris. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't prepaid. I didn't pay nothing for it. We hung out the whole day. You know what I'm saying? We went to the movies. We went to the mall. We went and got food. Then we went to a bar. Then we got food again. And then we went back to my crib and watched the movie at my crib. You know what I'm saying? Seemed normal enough. She still wanted money. Nigga. Yeah, what's fucked up is I could have spent less on the prostitute. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd have spent way less if I just went and got the snoo from a regular, like from a streetwalker, not a streetwalker, you know what I mean? Like a chick at a brothel or something, you know what I'm saying? Then go on the date. Bruh, I'm just saying, if I'm still gonna be asked for money afterwards, at least then I know up front what's going on.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. My nigga.
Like that, everything was cool. Next week it's gonna be a phone meeting. Mm-hmm. And that's when we'll talk about that.
My nigga. Probably got another client. You gotta talk to him now.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me that this morning, right?
Yeah, man.
We can just send that.
I'm gonna send you his number.
Or send him.
Send him your number and have him call you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I like that. No, she prepaid out her cat to you. Nigga, I didn't even know she had prepaid it towards me. I thought we was kicking it, nigga. But, it is what it do. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when the baby girl came out, she put the titties on my back, I threw her off me. You know what I'm saying? She got mad because I wouldn't cheat on the girl I was messing with her because she told me no. Don't tell me no, ladies. Don't tell me no if you don't want me to know it's a no. If you want me to think I got a chance, you better lie to me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you want to string me along, do a good job. You know what I'm saying? Don't string a nigga along by telling him no. String a nigga along by doing snoo with him. You know? Now, I'm not stopping to emphasize the me on the that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, string them along by doing that. And then, and then that's when I don't have anything past that. I just, So anyway, she got mad at that. Then when we went to the freaking, we was at the Magic Mountain, baby girl, she walks up to me, you know what I'm saying, while I'm in line and shit, while I'm in line, you know what I'm saying? And the girl I was dating was right there. And like a couple other people were right there. Her daughter was there. Bitch walks up to me, just uppercuts the shit out of me in front of everybody. She uppercut me so hard that it echoed off. It echoed off the walls. You know what I'm saying? Because we're inside the Bat Cave. Well, it's Superman Cave, technically, because waiting in line for the ride. Bitch uppercut the shit out of me in front of everybody and shit. Everybody stops, turns, and looks like, oh my God. Like, I saw red, white, and blue. Like, I saw the American flag when that's how hard she hit me. She hit me so hard, I saw the fucking American colors in my brain. Red, white, and blue, and stars. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? And then she still had the nerve to expect to have been cuffed on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she was thinking. Still, baby girl, you know what I'm saying? After she uppercuts the shit out of you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she uppercut me, she starts coming forward and she starts trying to, like, give me more, like, to knock me out. So, I very politely started to choke the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, and luckily enough for me, I understood not to really hurt this female, even though she very richly deserved it. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I'm choking this bitch. I got my hands around her, you know what I mean? Her throat hole and shit. And, I'm not squeezing, but I'm just holding her there. You know what I'm saying? And then my female friend that was there with me, the one I was dating, you know what I'm saying? She's like, Maurice, no, don't hurt her. And I was like, I'm not going to hurt her. I'm just going to softly choke her just a little bit longer. Just a little bit more so that she knows, just a little bit longer. And then, the girl I was dating at the time, she's like, Maurice, for real, like she's turning purple, which she wasn't because she was as black as Flavor Flav. Impossible to turn purple when you're already goddamn crunchy black out this motherfucker, which probably why I didn't want her. But, you know what I'm saying? But I understood the expediency in that female's voice, so I let her go. I'm like, you know what I mean? So I turn around and just walk off. You know what I'm saying? I walk all the way out of the venue. I just get the hell out of there. And let me see. So then, this is wild too. Tell me why. After I got done, choking this bitch, she freaking she runs up to me. She runs after me, right? And she's Maurice, we should hang out. Really, I really think we make good friends. And I'm like, get away from me, lady. You can't. You just can't. Get away from me, lady. And she's like, Maurice, no. No, I like that. I don't understand why don't run. Apparently, baby girl, I didn't know, but apparently I was giving her literally exactly what she was looking for. Baby girl had a fetish. And I had no idea. I'm figuring by choking this bitch is gonna make her get away from me. It made her like me 5 times more. How? How, Chad? How? I further don't understand ladies now. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, she kept trying and shit, man. She kept trying to date me and talk to me. Yeah, literally the whole drive home. It was her car, so she's driving, right? The girl I was talking to, she said she was about to Uber us, home ourselves, right? But the chick, she calmed down, you know what I'm saying? She became nicer and way nicer to me somehow. Weirdly enough, choke a bitch just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Not too much. And she's full-on blown love with you now. Just... Type of one in the chat. if you don't understand women either, type a 2 in the chat if you understand women completely. But with that being said, yes, she was with the shits, nigga. That's what she was. She was extremely with the shits. Nigga. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Let's see. That's what's up. Never understand ladies. Never understand ladies. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, the whole drive home, it was a 4.5 hour drive back to Vegas from Magic Mountain. This bitch tried to date me the whole way home. My girl, the girl I was dating at the time, sleep in the back seat, right? Along with this woman's daughter, and she's in the front seat driving, looking back to make sure she's asleep. Okay, so look, I think we should hang out on this day. You know what I mean? And even worse is I had to go along with it because otherwise I feel like she probably would have crashed the car. Like, this bitch would have drove us off a cliff if I'd have told her no one more fucking time, bro. You know what I'm saying? If a woman likes you, just lie and go along with it. And then fake a stomach ache or a headache when you guys are in the same room together. You know what I'm saying? That's what the women do. Huh? Yeah, she was into something, Brennan. I still don't know. She should have been scared of you. That means she's crazy, and you should be scared of her. Sometime in transit, you're funny. That was just really funny. But yeah, man, she was Hey, so what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I'm saying? What time is it, and where are you guys from? If you don't mind my asking. Yo, but that story is dedicated to No Couchy. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for the 50 in Super Chat, homie. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach the next 50 in Super Chat, I will tell you guys an even crazier story, and even better yet, the person that Super Chats the most towards the 50, they get to help me choose what story I tell y'all. Or they get the pick. You know what I'm saying? Huh? So, type of 1 in the chat if once we reach the next Super Chat milestone, you guys want to hear a story about one of the other women. Well, when I say other, I mean, there's only 2. You know what I'm saying? The only other woman that I've put my feet on. You know what I'm saying? Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the riveting tales of how I lost my virginity, which is way more fucked up. Way more Chirac-ish. Dun, 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 dun. No, she didn't love the hits. Nothing but the hits. All right, men. All right, men. It's looking like it's a smooth two-fest, which means you guys want to hear the story about how I lost my virginity. Well, I'll tell you, it's way more fucked up than you think. It's bad. You guys have probably heard people's virginity stories before. Mine is bad. Real bad. Hey, yo, Malcolm, is your how you lost your virginity story crazy? Yeah. 1,000,000%. Because Aid, so your story, is your how you lost your V-card story, is it as crazy as mine? Have you heard mine?
I haven't.
Oh my God.
I don't think you told me.
Sheet.
Mine's kind of wild, but no.
Mine is, I don't think you can beat mine. You know what I'm saying? I do not think you can beat my stories, Aid.
You say
I
yours,
just don't.
and I'll tell you if I can beat yours.
Wow.
No, I'll only tell mine if they super chat.
Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. All right, so Zaid says he'll tell his story. Blast. Would you start doing animated story times again if they were members only? Those will peak BHD content 100% for real. Members only, that does make sense. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I could do that. You know what I mean? Well, the thing is this. I'm down to do BHD story times. I'm down to do animated BHD story times. My only issue is it costs $5,000 per 5 minutes of animation. 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? So that would be, yeah. So that'd be 10 G's per animation. And I know that because that's what it cost me for all the other ones. You know, I just never crowdfunded or told you guys that they cost that much. I was paying for everything out of pocket. I should have been raising super chats to take care of my animated BHD story times. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to super chat towards me doing more animated BHD story times, we could do that. You know what I'm saying? We could freaking, you know what I'm saying? Every 10,000 we reach in super chat, I could put out another BHD animated story time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But it might be like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I have animators. I have the animators, but they charge a shit ton. Type of 1 in the chat if you understand that animation is expensive. Type of 2 in the chat if animation's not expensive, it costs like $2 a minute. Nah. That's understandable that you guys are physically cringing at that price. Shit. I'm the one that had to pay it. Yo, I'm gonna tell you guys a story about the one of the animators I was paying an exorbitant amount of money to. So get this, right? I had made a deal with that same animator that has done some of my previous BHD story times. I made a deal to pay him $3,000 to do me an animated BHD, animated music video. We had it literally like 1/5 of the way done. We had the whole infrastructure done. We built the outline. You know, I had the whole thing drawn up, all of that, right? I had about like 1/5 of the video already animated. So I was paying a guy $3,000 a guy agreed to do $3,000 per BHD music video, animated music video. You know, as long as I made sure he got 10 music videos. And I was like, okay, I got you. 10 music videos, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like 3,000 music video, 10 music videos, 30 G's. You know what I'm saying? Might take us a year to do it, but I got you. You know what I'm saying? So we were doing the first music video. So I gave him $500 as a down payment so he could get started on the work. I gave this motherfucker $500, bro. He ghosted me for 2 weeks straight. Ain't hear no updates, no nothing, right? So I finally get back at homie. I finally hit him up. And I'm like, yo, so like, hey, what's up? And he's like, yo, you're not paying me enough for the music video. I talked to my mom, and she said you should pay me $30,000 for the music video. And I'm like, bro, I don't make any money off of music because it's all copyrighted. We all know how YouTube works. I'm literally only doing it for my viewers. I just want my viewers to watch it and feel some tingly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I've never seen this so good. Oh my God, awesome. That's all I wanted. I was paying for it. And homie, he was like, yo, look, I want $30,000. My mother I talked to all the women in my family and they gaslit me and told me I deserve $30,000. We went to your house, saw how big your house is. We know you got it. Give us the $30,000. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe having a big house ain't good. Maybe having a 3-house mansion is not fucking good. Because that's like the 4th time that's happened to me. Bring a nigga to a HUD house and they'll take $500 for some of the best work they've done. Bring them to a mansion and the niggas need a meal up front. Nigga. Nigga. Bruh. A cameraman did that shit to me. Met him at UNLV. He was like, yeah, I'll be your cameraman for $10 an hour. Brought him to the crib. I need $500 an hour. I charge $500 an hour.
Right.
Nigga. Nigga. Hmm? Hmm? Yep, he's a student.
Oh, no.
He's a student and everything. This nigga ain't, he ain't even a high-level camera person. You know what I mean? Hey, you got a nice house? Well, then I'm going to need as much as I think you can possibly. I should start an animation company. That would be crazy amounts of super chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yo! Let's see. All right, with that being said, our next project we're going to start raising super chat towards is the next BHD animated story time. You know what I'm saying? I have 5 story times already done. I have a shit ton of story times. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. Yo. I know which story time I'm going to have animated. Yup. All right, Joe. We're gonna animate when my school got shot up. We're gonna animate that story time. Yeah, money changes the people around you, and then they'll tell people, "Nah, man, he's the one that became different. Money changed him." And it's like, yeah, I gave you a job. I don't understand what this. You know what I'm saying? I've literally had people come to me and say and like beg me for jobs, and then. You know what I'm saying? When I do give them a job, you know what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker will like, they won't, half the time they'd stop working. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Yo, did you ever meet Scotty Chickens?
I remember you talking about it.
Yeah, he's in jail for murder.
Well, I guess that shows you why he did it.
Understandable. Understandable. Why is he in jail for murder?
Who did he murder?
He murdered a homeless person. I know. Homie spazzed out. I think his female put him up to it. I think once he lost, because he was living with me at one point, and he was staying in my crib. You know what I'm saying? Hey, no couch. You still up in this mug? You know what I mean? I know, right? Nigga. Yeah, that shit was wild as hell. Homie was living with me in my crib and shit. Like, you know what I mean? He was a gangbanger and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, huh? He killed a homeless person. That's goofy. There's no reason to ever kill a homeless person. That's goofy. Literally goofy. Yeah, what did he get? No one gives clout for that, do they? There's no stripes for murdering the homeless. That'll teach him to get a social security number. That'll learn him. Do I like apple martinis? Not really. I don't drink liquor. You know what I'm saying? I like pineapple juice. Whenever I go to a bar, I just drink pineapple juice. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was at this bar / fucking party and shit. I'm out there and this female runs up on me and she's like, "Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat to Jay Harris. He just super chatted 10 directly through the channel. Super chats to the chat. Yo, for more BHD animated story times, we will get this done. We need the best storyteller on YouTube to make a comeback on everything. That is much appreciated, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, so 15 more, 35 more in super chat, and I will tell you guys another craziest story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I was at a club, you know what I'm saying? And I was kicking it, and I was chilling, and this female, she was feeling me, and she walked up on me, she was like, yo, you know what I mean? She started dancing with your boy a little bit, you know what I mean? So we danced and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And after we danced for a little bit, then, you know what I mean? Like, she was like, ooh, what you like to drink? And I was like, pineapple juice. And she's like, yeah, but like, what liquor do you put in it? And I was like, pineapple juice on the rocks, shaken, not stirred. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, tell me why she then leaned over to her husband and was like, go to the bar and get him a pineapple juice on the rocks, shaken and not stirred. This nigga went to the bar and got me a pineapple juice, brought it to her, and then she brought it to me. And then she was like, we should go back to my house and play Mortal Kombat. And I was like, I should have went back to her house and played Mortal Kombat with her. Type of 1 in the chat if I should win. Remember the condoms. I mean, cake prank, the condom cake prank. Oh, God. I always remember the condoms, men and women. But type of 1 in the chat if I should have went back to her house and played Mortal Kombat with her, even though her husband would have been there with us. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, hopefully he would have went into like a different room or something. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I've had a lot of women pull up on me with their boyfriends or husbands already. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he wants to watch, he's going to have to pay. You know what I'm saying? At least 3 G's. At least 3. You know what I mean? Nah. They wasn't going to get shit. You know what I'm saying? She was going to get me. That nigga was going to get beat the fuck up. If he came at me with some goofy shit, homie would have got beat the fuck up in his own house. Dude, that's all I got. That's all I got for dudes. Sorry, nothing. I have nothing else for dudes. What? My loins are strictly for the ladies. I have nothing for guys. Yes, nigga. Yo, what's up, hater jump guy? I like martinis. That's good that you like martinis. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to K Harris. W's in the chat to J Harris. W's in the chat to Narcissist. W's in the chat to J Harris and the Narcissist. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat. W's in the chat, man. W's in the chat to No Couchy, who super chatted 50 directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if No Couchy actually doesn't have a couch. He probably has a couch. It's probably made of some sort of leather of some sort. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everything, all of our super chats, you know what I'm saying, are all going towards my latest BHD animated story times. You know what I'm saying? And them shit's gonna be on fleek. So this next video, we are going to be animating the time my school my school got shot up. You know what I'm saying? The time my school got shot up. Indubitably. Some undubitable shit. Hey, Mike Sims, what's your drug of choice? Mike Sims, what's your drug of choice? No offense, Mike Sims, what's your drug of choice? You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. I'll tell you my drug of choice once you tell me your drug of choice, Mike Sims. No offense, by the way. Nope. You guys are wrong. Nope. Mike Sims, hurry up, or you're getting banned. Yours is weed? Understandable. Mine's is Jolly Ranchers. You know what I'm saying? Usually red. Red Jolly Ranchers. You know what I'm saying? Especially in Sprite. So good. Super good. Red Jolly Ranchers. Yep. Definitely Red Jolly Ranchers in a Sprite. Makes it crazy delicious. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make one right now. Now, before you guys ask, no, I didn't learn to do this in prison. I just learned this watching a YouTube channel that teaches you to do things that they learned in prison. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? 1 million per shit. That's gonna explode. Okay, no, it's not. It's really good, Mike Sims. Really good. So, with that being said, Dang. I can only imagine what story I was telling you guys. Hey, Zaid, do you remember what story I was telling you?
You were supposed to be telling a story about.
I'm losing my virginity once we reach the super chat milestone.
Oh, okay. And then, okay. So.
Which is 40 more in super chat. Yeah. But I was telling them a story, just a regular story before that.
Hey, I was listening. So you were telling them about.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that. It happens to me all the time. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. All right, so, but yeah, so, you know what I mean? The chick, you know what I mean? She asked me to go back to her crib and play Mortal Kombat with her and whatnot. And, you know, I said no, which I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Bro, doing the right thing, man, that shit sucks sometimes. You know what I mean? I remember the story time about one of your fights at the park where the white boy called you the N-word. No, the white boy called one of my homies the N-word. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? I beat up a dude who pulled a knife on me in high school because he called me the N-word. You know what I'm saying? I beat the brakes off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That nigga needed a neck brace 5 minutes later after I was done with him. He needed a neck brace immediately. You know what I'm saying? Better shut the fuck up next time. He thought just because he was racist that was some sort of superpower. I'm like, nigga. Yeah, man. You know, I'm racist, so I can say anti-Semitic things. He said that Kanye ass shit up in the freaking high school and got the shit kicked out of him. Knocked clean out. Bah! She was great. Best things that ever happened in the hood. Gotta beat up a weirdo. Not a mistake. They was trying to roofie me. Oh, okay. So look, so type of one in the chat. If once we reach the next super chat milestone, you guys want to hear the story of, let's see, the story. Ooh-wee. Let's see. Type of one in the chat. If once we reach the next super chat milestone, you guys want to hear the story of the other female that I had to put my feet on. You know what I'm saying? Type of two in the chat. If you guys want to hear, once we reach the super chat milestone, you guys want to hear the story of me losing my virginity. Yes. Might have been trying to roofie your boy. Hey, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the compliment. Harry the Knots. I turned 99 in October, Harry the Knots. I turned 99. How old are you, Harry Knots? How old are you? Delicious. 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 You turned 23? God damn, nigga. You getting up there. Sheesh. Damn, nigga. You getting up there, bros. What do you do, Harry the Knots? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, what are you doing here? You're 23, man. You know what I mean? Don't you have better stuff to do? I mean, do you? Damn. Poor thing. You getting old as shit. You turning 23, man. Yep. That's funny. I did lose my virginity in a car. 1,000,000%. Shit. Yeah. And Harry from Knots says, I'm a drug addict. I ain't got nothing better else to do. And yeah, that's every time. The book is always correct, man. Every time. I don't know why I deviate from the book's teachings. Man. I'll be right back, yo. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, so you guys, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys want me to retell you the story of when my ex hired a hitman to murder me. You know, type of 2 in the chat if you guys want me to just eat candy. You know what I'm saying? Yep, you're my role model, OG. Man. Yep, another one of them. You know, I met one of you weirdos out in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We was at a football game at UNLV, and homie was like sitting back of me just talking a bunch of stupid, goofy, wannabe, trying to be disrespectful and shit. Just being a bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just being a bitch made human being. You feel me? Just being a bitch. Cause only bitches do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Only bitch made human beings try to connect with people by wanting to talk shit for some reason. I don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting back at me talking all this shit. He's got 2 females with him and shit. He's got like 7 females with him. And he's talking all this shit. And I was just like, yeah, man, I told him like, I forgot what I said to him, but I said something like, bro, you acting like a female right now, bro. Don't make me come up there. You know what I'm saying? You acting like a straight up female right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I told him that in front of all the women. You know what I'm saying? Basically pretty much offering him the fade. And he ain't do shit. So I saw this motherfucker like 6'5". Big motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't buff, he was fucking tall, right? So I see him after the UNLV shit is over, after the UNLV game is over. I see him and I'm like, yo, you know, so what's that shit you was talking up at in the UNLV shit? Yo, you trying to go outside and like run the fade? And he was like, what are you talking about, man? I've been watching you since I was a kid. I love your stuff. Yo, Striker Fast! Striker Fast! W's in the chat to Striker Fast! He just super chatted 100 straight through the channel! Good Lord, Striker Fast! W's in the chat, man! Yo! I've been watching your channel since I was a kid. Glad to see you're still doing good. Yo, Striker Fast says, I've been watching your channel as a kid. Glad to see that you're still doing good. Yo, I'm glad that you're glad that I'm still doing good, Brody. You know what I'm saying? You got good energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what's up. Yo, W's the chat to Striker Fast. Yo, Striker Fast. I can only imagine where you found my videos at. Oh, with that being said, Striker Fast has just unlocked the virginity story and or the story about when I first I had to put my feet on this female. Not a whole lot of feet. Maybe there was like half a foot. Like 1/4 of a foot. I put 1/4 of a foot on a female. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay, I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh my God. I remember it like it was yesterday. W's in the chat to Striker Fast. Yo, I am wondering if your name is a double entendre, my good sir. Yo, appreciate your generosity, Brody. Appreciate your generosity, Striker Fast, bros. Stay up. Stay hydrated. Yeah, I sound like a Nike commercial now. So anyway, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to Striker Fast, goddammit. He just got you guys both these story times. I'm gonna tell both these motherfuckers. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? These stories are dedicated to Striker Fast. And I really hope that means it's like an Air Force name or like a name he made in the Army and not, well, actually, Striker Fast is actually, that's a pretty good idea, actually. You don't want to be slow. Fast is way better than slow when it comes to females. We gonna edit that out. We gonna edit that out. So with that being said, Striker Fast. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let me think, which one? Okay, so the story of when I put 1/4 of a foot on a female, you know what I'm saying? So what had happened was this, Striker Fast. Oh, snap! W's in the chat. Yo, Skier Fast. Skiller Fast. Hey! I thought you had like a twin up in the chat, Skiller Fast. Yo, Skiller Fast. Did he change his name just now? W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. He just super chatted 20 directly through the tip jar. W's in the chat, man. I was about to act like I bang on the drum or something like that, but I would, you know what I mean? If I shake up my soda, this is probably, yo, so look, peep game. You know what I'm saying? So look, if we reach 300 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? We're already 140. If we reach 160 more in super chat, I will send all of that to my prank editor, you know what I'm saying? And he will have a prank up on this channel tomorrow. Prank up here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's probably gonna take like another week and a half because, you know, you have to pay him in sections. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. Yeah, I was about to say Striker Fast again, but it's Skiller Fast. Yo, where did you find my channel, Brody? I found your channel from old story times. Yo, Skiller Fast, that's freaking awesome. Yo, Jay Harris. Yo, W's in the chat. We will get that animated BHD story time. 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe and love my animated BHD story time so much that I paid $10,000 a piece to put them out. Some of them cost 20. Y'all seen the 20-minute ones? It was 20. It's definitely, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But I love y'all. Y'all are awesome people. You know what I'm saying? Skiller Fast, W's in the chat to Skiller Fast, W's in the chat to Jay Harris, W's in the chat to No Couchy. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to everybody who has super chatted today, tomorrow, and or for the past 18 years, which is way longer than when I've been doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Well, hey, Harry from Knots. I'll tell you what, if you send a 30 in super chat, I'll tell you why I deleted all of my old prank videos with Randy in them. You know what I'm saying? Next 30 in super chat, I'll tell you guys exactly why I deleted all the old prank videos with Randy in them. You know what I'm saying? Once we reach the next 30 in super chat. Okay, so until then, we doing Skylar stories. Yo, Jay Harris, thank you for the super chat, brodies. Yo, I found your channel off of some old BHD story times. Yo, that's awesome, Skylar or Skiller. You know what I'm saying? That's freaking awesome, brody. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm not butchering your name, by the way. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you found my video, you found my channel off my old story times. When did you find my story? When did you start listening to my story times, if you don't mind my asking? You know what I'm saying? You got good energy, Skiller. You know what I'm saying? Love your energy, bros. I love how generous of a person you are, brody. Hella freaking generous, Skiller. Yeah. What's up, Baha? Yo, bros. Yo, all right, so let's see. All right, so W's in the chat to Skylar, you know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to No Couchy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You guys got great energy, man. W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. All right, so peep game, you know what I'm saying? So this is a story of, I told you, okay, so yeah. So I was dating this girl, right? Her name was Risa. You feel me? Risa, what goofy, stupid shit did she do this time? So, yo, W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. Yo. 8 more in super chat, and I'll tell you guys why I deleted all the old prank videos with Randy on them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Ross? Appreciate the compliment. Yo, Harry from Knots. I'm gonna not like unless you're gonna continuously talk about what you're talking about, then I'm just gonna guess that you're just, you're being weird, I guess. But so like unless you keep talking in the chat, then I'm not gonna answer your question when we reach the 10 more in super chat. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. W's in the chat to Skiller Fast, Brody. You know what I'm saying? Been watching you for years. Always fuck with the story times. All right, so peep game. I'm dating this chick, Risa, and we're living together, right? We're living together. And see, the thing that would piss me off about dating was that, like, you know what I mean? These chicks with their whole get up, their whole thing would be, oh, I'm faithful. I'm so faithful. I'm super faithful. Treat me like I'm faithful. And then they turn out to be doing goofy shit and cheating and all this other goofy shit, right? Right? I've learned not even to give a shit. It's not my big deal. About 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this girl had told me, oh, we're going to be together and we're going to love each other, blah, 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 blah. And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, but also, by the way, kind of cheating on you with this other dude. You know what I'm saying? So this girl had started cheating on me with a gospel rapper. And the worst part is she made me be friends with him first. Like, if a girl's gonna go do her thing, do her thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna ask where she going. I'm not gonna ask to see her phone. I don't give a shit about none of that. That's not my thing. Only thing I care about is that a female is my peace when she's here with me. I don't care about any of the other shit she do when she ain't here. Ain't even gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? I've had females snitch on themselves. I change the subject for them. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yo, W's in the chat to Skiller Fast. Yo, bruh. So, yo, where are you from, Skiller Fast? Where is everybody from? Where are you guys all from? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, W's in the chat to Skiller Fast, Brody. You know what I'm saying? All right, so peep game. You know what I'm saying? If we reach the next 50 in super chat, not even 100, we reach the next 50 in super chat, both channels combined. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you guys the story of what really happened to my Chrysler 300. You know what I'm saying? Never told nobody that. Never. So, you guys will unlock that story once we reach the next 50 in super chat, but at all times, the person who is sending the next super chats, the person who sends the most towards the super chat milestone, they get to pick what we do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. W's in the chat to the mod squad, man. Appreciate you guys for keeping everything honest, brodies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, so, peep game. Baby girl, she tells me, she's like, oh, who did she cheat on? She cheated on me. So she got me to be friends with this gospel rapper friend of hers, telling me, oh, he's my friend. We're just friends. We'll never be anything other than friends. We're just friendly with each other, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm believing it. I'm listening to it. It's cool. I'm believing it. Because I don't want to be a dude who's like, oh, my girl can't have friends. She's not allowed to have friends. I don't want to do that to her. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Chrysler 300s are hella clean. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? She brings the gospel rapper nigga to me, and me and him, we start going to the gym together, working out. This nigga's fat as shit, right? Real fat. And she's just like, she brings him to me and shit, and we all friends and kicking it and all this other bullshit. So tell me why, on this day in particular, You know what I'm saying? About 3 months into us being friends, I was on Facebook and I saw in her, in the background of her Facebook, because she had left it open, I'll start checking the messages. This is why you never check women's messages, men. So I'm checking her messages and shit, and I see that she sent a message to the gospel rapper dude, and the message said, look, you know what I'm saying? What happened, happened, but now we can only be friends. But what happened, happened. Which means they fucked, right? They obviously smashed, they piped, they did all that good shit, right? And I'm like, yo, and the wild shit is like she would bring this nigga to my crib, bro. Yo, like, I can't in my right mind, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people wonder why I'm not, like, married like that, like, you know what I mean? Let's just say, you know what I'm saying, much happier, you know what I'm saying? Different strokes for different folks. With that being said, baby girl, you know what I'm saying, he was coming over, everything was cool, we was all friends for about a month. After a month goes by, he started coming over less, and when he did come over, they would argue really, really hard. They would argue really bad. They'd be yelling and screaming and damn near drag out, fucking cursing fight. And I'm like, why are they fucking arguing? Because I was like, I think I was like 23 at the time or something. So with that being said, if you're a girl, if you ever have a female friend and she's arguing really, really hard with the dude or whatever, it could be nothing. It's a very high chance it's probably nothing. But this situation, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, baby girl, she's freaking, she's kicking it like, so one day, you know, after I read that message, I confront her when I read the message. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I mean, you with this nigga? What are you doing? You're in my house. She's like, no, it's not what it looks like. No. So then fast forward 2 weeks later, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm walking home from work, and I walk past this car that the windows were fogged up, right? I walk past the car. I'm like, oh, yo, car's hot on the inside. Not a big deal. Car's moving a little bit. Whatever, right? Keep walking. I get home, right? Now, mind you, this car is parked right out front of my house. Right out in front of my house, right? Get to my crib. Go upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second. Go upstairs. You. J. Bizzle. Cleveland, Ohio up in this mug. For real. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I go to my crib and I'm looking for my girlfriend. I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't find her. I'm like, where the fuck is she? Because she never left the house. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bitch walks in the house about 7 minutes later, all fucked up. Sweating, hair fucked up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is, you know what I mean? What's going on? And she's like, oh, nothing. I was out for running. I was jogging. Nigga. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? After I read the letter and I found out that they had been fucking, you know what I'm saying? I dumped the, I started getting ready to dump the bitch, right? And now, but the problem is, it is insanely difficult to dump a female if she lives with you, which is why I don't really live with women anymore. Because if I ever don't want them around me anymore, I get tired of their shit, I can't tell them to get the fuck out because they live with me. I refuse to put myself through that. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I freaking up, see how it's getting red? Yeah, right. It's like having, these taste better than Kool-Aid in water, bro. This tastes way better than Kool-Aid in water. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, it just tastes better. So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I've told baby girl that I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really feeling out the way she acting and shit. So this bitch decides to try to turn it on me and accuse me of being the reason why she was cheating on me. As they all fucking do, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a woman and the bullshit's going down, she's going to accuse you of being the reason. Well, the only reason why I'm cheating on you is because,
you don't give me enough attention. And then when you give her too much attention, she says, yo, yeah, I just need a break. I need my space. You're crowding me. And then when you give her a break, I just feel like you don't love me anymore. You don't. They all do it, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. So with that being said, right? She tries to flip it on me and keeps trying to blame it on me, but I was too good at arguing my points. Fuck all that goofy shit. You convinced me to be friends with this motherfucker, right? You brought him into my house. Convinced me to be friends with this nigga so you could fuck him on the side, and when I find out about it, now it's really fucking with me because this nigga been kicking it with me like I'm the goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the goofy, I'm getting, you know what I mean? I'm just getting played out. And while the bitch is still living with me, and I'm supposed to just deal with it? You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? One night, I'm playing World of Warcraft, right? And me and her, she comes at me and starts trying to shame me and shame me into, into her having the power in a relationship or whatever goofy shit they use it for, right? So I'm like, I'm just like, yo, like, look, leave me alone. I'm playing World of Warcraft. I'm getting my mind off of this, getting cheated on shit, because I'm real pissed, trying not to, like, freak out or spaz out on the biddy. So I'm just like, yo, like, leave me alone. I need my time, right? Go somewhere else. Let me play video games. And she's like, no, you can't, no. And she pushes my hand off the mouse. So, like, so I can't play. And I'm just like, yo, so look, I'm going to need you to, like, leave me alone and let me play my video games, right? Let me do me, right? And, like, 2 more minutes into me playing the game, she comes over and slaps my hand off the mic again. So I'm like, yo, so look, you know what I mean? I'm going to need you to leave me alone. I'm not really in the mood to be abused right now. I'm not in the mood to be physically abused by anybody. You know what I mean? I'm going to need you to leave me alone. And baby girl, she comes over, you know what I'm saying? She slaps me in the back of the head. You know what I mean? And I don't respond. I just don't respond. I act like I don't see it. It's a fucking petulant child, right? Then she walks over and smacks my hand off the mouse again while I'm in gameplay, fucking me up again. I act like it don't happen. She do this shit 6 more times. Smack! Smacks my hand, smacks me in the face, smacks my hand. On the 5th one, she went to smack my hand away from the mouse. I picked up the mouse and smashed her fucking finger in. And then she's like, and while she's freaking out, man, I don't know why, but something about her screams of terror was just music to my ear. Music to my ears, man. So I just keep on playing the video game, and, she's screaming in the background, ah! You know what I mean? I'm just playing the video game, finally enjoying some peace, just finally, you know what I mean? And after that, I kicked her the fuck out. I put her out of my house. Because I was like, this bitch is going to make this, you know what I mean? These bitches, bro. You know what I mean? Threw this hoe straight out my crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? I sent that bitch somewhere to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to let a female be with me just so she could fuck my piece up. And there's a lot of chicks that'll do that shit, bro. A lot of chicks that'll do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So, you know what I mean? Like, there it is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Skiller, you know what I'm saying? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. To Skiller fast. Yo, W's in the chat to Skiller fast. Bro. Yo, so Skiller fast. Have you seen the latest Superman movie yet? I mean, matter of fact, has any of you guys seen the latest Superman? Got the hiccups. I haven't even started drinking the the Jolly Rancher Sprite yet. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't know why niggas put promethazine in this shit. There's more than enough dopamine in this. They don't need drugs. You know what I'm saying? Just need more candy. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat to Skiller fast. Uh-oh. Understandable. Understandable. Yo, are you guys more Marvel fans or DC fans? You know what I'm saying? Black Adam or Black Lantern? Both of those are DC. God damn it. Both of those DC? Yep, pretty sure they are. Naruto or Black Adam? Naruto's Marvel. Nobody correct that. But, yo. For real, for real. Time is only 5 o'clock. Nigga. Oh, my bad. Hold on, let me check you out, Jay Harris. Superman movie was actually fire. Everyone thought that shit was gonna be ass. That movie was on point. Y'all wanna check that shit out. For real, for real. Oh. All right, you guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm gonna hook you guys up with this last story, and then I'm gonna roll out. You know what I'm saying? But if we reach 100 in super chat, you know what I'm saying? Within the, oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Damn, that's real. Damn, well, that kind of makes sense. The homie says DC only has Superman and Batman. I'm not in line to disagree with him. I think it makes good sense. Yo, W's in the chat, the Faithful Baller. W's in the chat for Faithful Baller. Thank you for the 2 in super chat directly through the channel, brodies. Don't tell me. Nigga.
I was trying to see if there was some Superman so we could do that.
We can go hit up Superman and then just talk to chicks while we're there.
We can do that too, I guess. But I mean, I am willing to listen to it.
Okay.
And then afterwards,
You want to get food with her first?
yeah, I'm gonna get food with her first. I got a meeting yet.
What?
Yeah.
What
She's
meeting?
working. I gotta edit the video. My client.
Okay, you gotta edit it over the phone. You gotta talk to him at the same time.
Yeah, they watch me edit because she's very particular. She's very picky, so I don't.
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah,
What time's the call?
6.
What time is it now? Okay, understandable. All right, you guys. All right, so my next story that I put up is going to be how I lost my virginity. I'll have that mug up in about a half an hour or 45 minutes. Yes. All right, you guys stay up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do anything I would normally do. And whatever you do, always wear protection, which only sometimes means a pistol. Usually it means a rubber. Huh? I don't want to be going into 2026 hearing none of you motherfuckers talking about some, oh, but I like it, the real. Oh my God, you guys are crazy super chatting. Yo, Faithful Baller. Yo, you can say that Superman and Batman and Superman have made better movies than any Marvel movie. Yo, here I'm bringing you guys over here. Yo, W's in the chat to Faithful Baller. W's in the chat to Jay Harris. Yo, Faithful Baller just super chatted 5 directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? Jay Harris just super chatted another 5 directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Faithful Baller just sent another 2 directly through the channel. Faithful Baller says, you could say that Batman and Superman have made better movies than any other Marvel movies as well. Well, I'm not gonna lie, because Justice League is my shit. The Snyder Cut? The Snyder Cut. We gonna edit that out. We gonna edit that out. So, yo, Faithful Baller says DC cartoons way better though. DC cartoons are fire, Brody. For real, for real. DC cartoons are better, bro. You know what I'm saying? DC cartoons are better. You know what I'm saying? Marvel movies, you know what I mean? I be watching them mugs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a fan of both. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I love both of them equally. You know what I'm saying? I feel like DC is my baby mama that is ratchet, but she breathes life into me. You know what I'm saying? And Marvel You know, that's like the slutty side chick who's always down for the huckle down. You know, for the beat back, for the loose. We're gonna edit that one out. Don't never mention the loose. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. With that being said, yeah, all right, so if we reach another 10, 14, if we reach 86, if we reach 86 more in Super Chat within the next 15 minutes, I will stay for like 2 more hours and tell y'all more stories. And that'll be wild. I have to come up with a good title for the video. You know what I'm saying? But yo, all right, so look, so before we go, you know what I'm saying? If I do leave in 15 minutes, we're going to leave y'all off on a good one. You know what I'm saying? How I lost my virginity, which is bad. Okay, so type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear how I lost my virginity story, since we reached the Super Chat milestone a little bit ago. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story about how I almost got raped by a woman in front of a bunch of her friends. You know what I'm saying? And that was only most of my fault. You know what I'm saying? Type of 3 in the chat if you guys want to hear about the time when I was 15 and a half and totally got to bone this 36-year-old teacher of mine. She was wonderful. You know what I'm saying? She was a great person, you know? No one talked bad about her. She gave me something other females weren't running at the time. One other chick was running it. Dun, 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 dun. Do. I know, right? You didn't know my stories was that wild, Jay Harris. I was 15 and a half. You know what I'm saying? And baby girl was my love in basketball. You know what I'm saying? She bought me stuff. She took me places. She let me borrow her car. You know what I'm saying? She got me clothes, food. She did way more stuff than me than anyone else was doing. So hell yeah, I was down. Shit. She just wanted someone to hang out with her when her husband would beat on her for cheating on him so much, which was his fault because he shouldn't hit women, even if they deserve it. We said, what? Didn't you fight recently? How was that? I fought like 8 months ago. It was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So 1s, 2s, and 3s, boys. 1s, 2s, and 3s. I had a teacher when I was 17 giving me looks, but nothing happened. Yep. Well, I'll tell you guys what. If we reach the next 34 in Super Chat within the next 5 minutes, I'll tell you guys that story. The story of when I was 15 and totally was hanging out with my teacher, a substitute teacher, who was 36, in good shape, and smelled of rich strawberry-scented oils and mahogany and leather-bound books, because she was a teacher. Teachers usually enjoy books. I don't remember the story time. Understandable. Haven't told it a lot. It's kind of private. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yes. But yo, what time is it where you guys are at? And where are you guys from? Duh. Appreciate the compliment. Oh, you're right. We did reach enough for me to tell you why I removed all the pranks with Randy. The answer is I didn't. They're still there. That's the answer. Waka, waka, waka. The answer is you heard something somewhere and you thought it was real. Instead of asking questions of if it was real, you assumed it was real and you made an ass out of yourself because, you know, yeah. The answer is I didn't. Nigga.
None?
Hey, thanks for the compliment, Sherah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so peep game. Real quick, yeah. We got about 2-3 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? For shizzle. For shizzle indeed. Yeah, so I guess this should be the time. This should be the part where I tell you guys the story about, I'll tell you guys the story. You know what I mean? If we reach, yeah, I'll be done in like 3 minutes. Oh, with, right now? Understandable. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, before I go, I'm going to show you guys a story and instead of telling you guys a story of about when I was 15 and ran into a chick who was 36, I'll tell you guys about the time when I was 8 and the chick was 36. You know what I'm saying? Or 32. Definitely one of them. Well, I was 8, you know what I'm saying? And I had this babysitter, you know what I'm saying, who was always like, you know, I don't know, man. We just talked a whole bunch. We seemed to have good vibes and shit. I was 8. I don't know what I talked about. Lion King? Who knows? You know, freaking gummy snacks. So at some point, you know, she asked me to give her a back rub, you know, and I asked her to take her shirt off, and then nothing else happened other than that. You know what I'm saying? It was literally it. She did it, and then she told me not to tell nobody that she took her shirt off and stuff, because she took all of her shirt off, like bra and shirt. And, you know, she told me not to tell nobody. And I was like, if you let me stay up and watch cartoons whenever I want to and give me all the food I want, then I'll not tell anyone. And she was like, deal. So, deal. Nothing happened. Nothing went physical, you know, but still got cartoons and free snack foods out of it. That's always good. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. You guys make sure to stay up and you stay classy, San Diego. You know? That's not from Ron Burgundy, by the way. Twisms. Twisms indeed.